Good evening, everyone. I am honored to welcome you back to the 6th episode of Dice and Paper. It's really good to see you. I'm looking forward to another fun-filled evening of D&D. But before that, we have a few announcements.
Alrighty, so you go first.
Yeah, so we have shirts and cups and stuff, and you can buy it, and it has our logo on it, and you can find links for that in the description on YouTube and in the panels on Twitch.
Nice. And I'm the D&D person. D&D Beyond. Hashtag D&D Beyond. Hashtag sponsor us. Hashtag please. We need it. We love you, and thank you for letting us do your service thingy on our tablet thingies that aren't to be named. Alright, sending it over to Nate.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you, yes.
Oh,
Thank you. If you would love to donate, we would super appreciate it. We can get new mics, we can get new cameras, we can get new lights, we can get new props, we can get new everything. If you're on YouTube, rate in the description, and if you're on Twitch, rate in the panels. But as long as you are watching, we love you.
And thank you guys so much for just watching out, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. And we really appreciate it. And on top of that, if you are watching after the fact or after the stream, you guys can definitely check out our Twitch. We are live every Friday, 7 to 11, roughly, give or take, sometime. But yeah, we really enjoy you guys just chilling out and helping us and just being a part of this amazing D&D experience. Anyway, sending it back over to Trevor.
And a million thanks to Soul Dagger, which we have not said enough, even to this day. And if any of you out there, I know we've gotten a couple other bits of fan art. I don't know if we have any permission to put them up yet, but if anyone sends us anything, we will put it up beforehand. We love it, or at least I love it so much. It is my absolute favorite thing. What?
Where can I send it to?
Oh, you can send it to us on Twitter or Instagram, places we talked about before.
And our Gmail is
or even our email.
DicePapercast.
DicePapercast@gmail.com. Yeah, thank you. We love you guys for that. Also, we just love you anyway. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. They're awesome. It's awesome. I'm in a good mood. But now I'd like to bring you back into the world of D&D. And I'd like to tell you just a little piece of information you might not know. Just a quick little thing, if you'll humor me. Many years ago, a pair of wanderers found each other, but a fiery rage has threatened to force them back into solitude. Welcome to Dice and Paper. Alright, let's not waste any more time. We'll hop right back into it. And would one of you, why am I saying like this? I already know it's Isabel. Like to do a quick little recap of what happened last time for anybody who might have missed it.
Yeah, last time we went to see Tom Grocery. He was like, someone has a deal for you. You can get your stuff back. We went to the graveyard, found out that the temple people had been robbing graves, went to meet with Tom Grocery's friend, which was my friend, Zekra, and Cal flipped shit and was killed by Zekra twice because she's way stronger than him. Then
Level 2.
He sort of stormed off and went. He actually got into the loft and got him and Busto's stuff back from jail, finally. Except Wolfie is still in there.
Wolfie is a hardened criminal at this
Yeah,
point, though.
God.
he's
I've never
just
He's got
totally-
prison tats.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Absolutely.
little
It's not
bandana.
tats though. It's just like shaved parts
Oh
of
my
his
God.
fur.
Right. Yeah.
I swear to God, Trevor.
And then we were sort of discussing where to go next and if we should leave the city. And Busto told a little story.
And Musto told us a
Tale
really
of
good
the badger.
about a badger and a tale and morality, and it was actually a pretty good lesson if you could get around us
Wasn't that
almost
funny?
crying, laughing.
I
No,
was
not
crying.
almost crying. Adrian
We-
literally cried.
Yeah, Adrian crying. I was
was
crying.
We were all crying.
Because it was sad and it wasn't funny.
It was really sad. It was,
Yep.
it was just all the
heartbreaking.
emotion from the night
It
session.
was real. I had to leave, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
So bad.
Anyway, enough reminiscing on the past, because we're going into the future.
Whoa! Wow!
Don't get too like 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
Don't get too excited.
Oh my God, is opposite day over?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yeah.
opposite
Yes!
day.
Opposite day is over.
Shut your mouth.
Don't say anything.
Wait, no. When
No,
did opposite
shut-
day start?
Shut up.
It's
No,
me
no,
from-
it was just the day.
It
We're
was in
fine.
the morning. It was
he
in
doesn't,
the
he
morning.
doesn't realize that.
That's a good point. Opposite day
That-
works on a day
Yeah.
day to day basis.
It's
We
not
should
opposite.
discuss the mechanics of opposite day for
Opposite
the next 20
24
minutes.
hours.
True.
basically.
All right, we gotta like pencil this down on D&D Beyond.
Okay,
and stuff.
yes, yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Homebrew.
so
Homebrew.
where we should make a whole class around
Yeah.
this.
No, true.
Opposite day class.
Okay, but for real this time, we will be returning to this world the morning after the little fight we had, the little
Kerfuffle.
little
Civil
kerfuffle,
War.
Yeah,
little
kerfuffle.
civil war, as we were saying.
Civil War.
Civil War.
It was very simple.
I'm not gonna start the making fun of Nate's names again.
All right, let's go. let's go.
But
Make
Ryan
great
Ryan,
names.
like-
anyway,
Continue.
shut up. We come back in the morning. You three at least. Orion was back out in his little wooded section outdoors. You three kind of wake up to a bit of a tense atmosphere in your little corner of the Sleeping Dragon Inn. You didn't talk as much as you probably should have before you went to sleep last night. You just sort of went in and quietly hoped the argument would just sleep itself off. But you find there's still a bit of worry in each of you. Except you, Busto. Busto's probably pretty happy. But
He's
Cal,
content with that story.
Cal, you wake up early, before everyone else, actually. The sun is just beginning to rise, and you actually head outside the Sleeping Dragon Inn to kind of maybe clear your head, wait outside. And while you're out there, you see a little courier service with this little hand-drawn cart coming in with 2 big crates.
Shit, it's me.
And he stops outside the building and kind of he's sort of looking around. He doesn't
Am I
seem
looking
to
through my window, did you say?
No, you're outside actually.
I'm outside,
You're out
oh,
like
shit.
on this
Okay.
like front porch patio area. And you can see he's sort of stopped and he's looking down and he's got a little note. But he looks kind of confused. He doesn't seem to quite know where to go.
Does he look like he knows, like, about things?
He actually has the brand of I forget what it's called. The little
Mailman.
the little
Just on his head.
Yeah,
no, the
yeah.
little overland shipping company
Oh,
in
okay, so he doesn't
in
know shit.
He's a mailman.
yeah, he's a courier. He's bringing in he's shipping
Ignore it.
he's shipping supplies for other businesses in Oakstead, and
Uh-huh.
in this case he has brought packages from the Temple Heights down to you.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk up to him and. Are these mine? I'm pretty sure I had some stuff being sent to me.
He kind of looks down and he goes, maybe if you say so, man. I'm kind of their instructions weren't too clear. Sorry about that. I'm glad. Thank you.
Don't worry
Continue.
about what's happening.
Continue.
Sorry.
Continue.
He says, I'm here to deliver. There were 2 prisoners let out on penance, I think. He says, do you know them? Are you one of them?
What's penance mean? Fuck.
They were just let out.
Oh, okay.
They kind of like they were let. When Cal went, he didn't exactly specify. Did you specify exactly why the 2 prisoners they were being shipped to were let out?
No.
Okay. Well then,
I don't think so.
basically it's just an assumed like they were sent out. Maybe they're still like on house arrest or something. Just penance.
No, I'm not one of them, but a couple of my friends are indoors. I'm just coming out for them. It's quite early in the morning. They're not up yet.
And he goes, sure. He's like, can you give me a hand bringing in some of the boxes then?
Oh no, I got it. You don't need to. I can do it.
He kind of looks. He goes, all right. And he moves his cart, and so this little flap on the back goes tunk onto the ground, and then he pushes him out onto the side of the road next to you, and he drops them down with the clatter of armor, and he kind of looks at you and says, well, hope your friends appreciate these. It's pretty heavy, and he says, good day to you,
You too.
and heads back off down the road.
I'll just start bringing them inside.
All right. Yeah, the 2 boxes. It's your stuff, your trident, your armor, your dress shirt, and your pants.
Yes, pants.
And then it's like Busto's staff, and I think his.
Those are the most
Shield.
the
Shield.
pants that I got from
It's
Forge are
litter.
the most uncomfortable fucking things on the planet. They're like really tight leather.
Yeah.
It's like crunching up in my crotchal region. Ugh.
Crotchal.
Yeah. So you bring these inside. Are you gonna wake them up to give them their shit back?
Well, it's only for Busto, right?
Yeah, it's you and Busto.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna set it next to him.
Yeah, it's not that much stuff.
I'll just put on all my shit. Fucking 16 AC back again, boys. Okay.
So do you like bring this? Do you bring it back inside, or do you just like pop open the crate and throw your shit on out there?
I'm gonna bring it back inside,
Okay.
so in case he sees me, he's not like, wait, what the fuck?
I mostly wanted to know if you would just do a little bit of a strip in the road for us.
Yeah, no, I'm not
No.
doing that. I'll
Um,
also do a little bit of the magic Mike dance. I'll
Please.
just grind in the middle of the road for
Right.
you.
please don't.
Please don't.
Actually,
Yeah.
can I make a request? Please don't.
Frame.
Maybe I can seduce the guy that was fucking giving me my
The
shit.
mailman.
What would you roll for that?
He starts sprinting away.
Oh no.
He hears the music start and runs.
He's seen Magic Mike.
Eyes
Alright,
wide.
so yeah, I'm just gonna bring all my stuff back inside.
All right. Yeah. So you start kind of bringing all unloading. They've got these kind of like shitty wooden crates that almost fall apart as you bring them in. And when you get in, I have a question. Would either you, Nick, or Busto be stirring at this point,
No.
Stirring.
like waking up?
Yes, I normally
He's like,
wake
yes,
up.
I'm
Exactly what
stirring my
time of
tea."
morning is
Yes.
it?
Yeah, true.
What?
Exactly what time in the morning is it? Like,
Probably like 5:30. Sun's
oh
coming
my
up.
God,
4:25
no, absolutely not.
And 23 seconds.
Yeah.
24,
I would be
25.
awake because I wake up at crack of dawn.
Okay.
26.
So yeah, Orion, you probably would have woken up in your
Oh,
little
as soon as the sun
spot,
like,
too.
as soon as the sun peaks, I'm up.
All
You're
right.
not
You
even
guys
in
are
here, right? You're out in the
crazy.
No,
woods.
I'm still outside.
Okay, he's outside, yeah.
So, but as you come back in and start changing back into your preferred garb, you see Busto
I got my shoulder pads.
like almost right as the sun hits that little window you have. You see Busto kind of start stirring in his little, or on the floor. I think you slept on the floor. Yeah.
Morning.
Is my shield and my staff next to
Yeah,
me?
everything's there.
Okay. Morning.
I got your stuff back. I don't know if I made that clear earlier.
No.
Well, I got your things. I didn't get Wolfie though. I tried. Believe me. We can. We'll get him next time.
It's okay, but thank you for my staff.
Welcome. Put on your things. You look terrible without them.
I literally, like, the only thing they took away was my shield and staff.
And you look terrible without them.
Yeah, you look so bad. Dude, your left forearm that you carry your shield on is fucking ugly.
You just look totally like shit.
You
Jeez.
should cover that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last episode they attacked me, so I
yeah,
don't feel
that's
bad.
right. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of like strap my shield on very quickly, admiring it again, and then just
It is quite a pretty shield.
throwing the staff back into what I normally carry then.
That was like
Excellent.
the ugliest fucking shield on the
Actually, I
planet.
don't remember.
It's
is
just
it a
like
nice
the
shield?
top of a barrel. You know, like one of
Yeah.
those
Like a
late
tree
stages.
trunk.
That's sort of cool.
It's
though.
pretty to Busto.
Yeah, well, it's literally just a tree. It's like a cut
It's
tree.
a
Oh,
tree
that's-
trunk.
That's
cool.
literally awesome.
Thank you.
Busto
Oh.
fucking Oaken shield now.
I know, right?
What? How many last names do you have
What?
now? How many last names are we at for Busto?
So
Busto, Go Shuttle,
Just
Yeah,
so many.
Shuttle
Busto.
Go
Bust on a bitch.
Bastanovich,
Busto, Crusto.
Bastanovich, Crusto. Okay, whatever.
Anyway,
So
Too many
bad.
last names.
thank
It's so
thank
bad.
you.
He should get a
Val.
he should get a last name every episode. Badgertail, Busto
He has
Badgertail.
like 50 fucking nicknames.
Okay. Anyway,
Thank you, Val.
You're welcome, Busto. Where's Nick?
She's
asleep.
She's in the
Still.
room
No,
asleep.
Okay, I won't wake her up. I'm just gonna go back outside. Actually,
Yeah.
no, I'm not gonna go back outside. I have all my shit on. Was there like a fucking place I can be alone?
You want alone?
I didn't say that in game.
Damn.
You're just a mind reader. now.
There's these little Oakstead has all these little wooded sections where the trees have kind of grown through the cobble.
Okay.
You can see them on the map. They're just the spots where it's trees.
Yep.
Orion sleeps in one of those down at the end of the road, a little ways away from you. But there's others close to the walls and stuff.
I'll just
Would
I'll
he
just go to one of those.
You could just go
Go
down
to,
like
like,
an
a little
alley
park.
or something.
I know, not a. Yeah, an alley. Yeah. I'll
Would
go
you
there.
know where I sleep exactly?
Yeah, because you told me.
I told you I sleep outside.
We
No, I
were
saw you
there when
walk
you
there.
went. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
So
Just wasn't sure.
get your shit together, guys. So.
Something about.
When possible, Busta would like to do something.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But first, I just want to quickly check in. Orion,
Yeah.
you would be waking up around this same time. What are you doing?
Probably nothing. I can't think of anything that I need to do.
Okay. I was just curious if you were staying.
I
If you were staying in your little spot, or you were heading back to meet up
I
with
would
these
think
guys.
about going back, but I probably wouldn't move quite yet. I'd probably just be looking at the
Okay.
inn or around and stuff, making sure no guards went in.
So yeah, that's fair. So Cal, actually, you're heading back out to go.
I'm just gonna go to some place where like
Yeah.
a secluded, quieter area.
So Busto, Cal kind of puts on his stuff, maybe just bids you farewell for a minute and heads back out. What is it you'd like to do?
Well, Busto would look into his bag, at the bones that he got from Tom Grocery
Yes.
yesterday. And he would like to pray and try to communicate with nature.
Excellent.
The way you look at me, Trevor. Because I don't have Wolfie at the moment. I have no guidance, so trying to
That's-
look for guidance elsewhere.
That's fair. So Busto, you are you doing this in your room with Nick?
No, I was going to go out into like a wooded area.
Are you guys gonna end up meeting in like some random park?
We're like, shit.
Fuck, where's
He's trying to get away from you. Fuck.
Yeah.
Just one little bit of area.
I'm gonna actually, if you don't mind, I'm gonna say, since you probably don't remember where Orion is, I'm gonna say you end up in a spot maybe just within view of him.
Wait, I usually sleep up in a tree. Could that happen? I could look down at him.
What do you think? Do you think you would notice him there? You probably.
You're really
yeah,
tall.
That's
I'm
fair.
really tall and I can see things like
Yeah.
pretty well.
So I'm just gonna say you actually like walk past him, like to get to the, because the wooded section you're in is like, it's down below the Coliseum on the south side of the canyon, on the one labeled 6.
Yep.
Because I know it's been a while. The closest wooded section is the one he's in, and the one also that gets farthest from the city. So if you're heading out away from the city,
Yeah,
maybe right by the outer wall. So there's this big, solid moss-covered wall that goes up maybe 40 feet, right basically smack dab if you're walking through the forest in the center of it. And so you exactly how do you lay out the bones? Is it a little circle around you and you kneel? Do you want to give us a little flavor text?
So I would actually like to do it into the pattern that I
Do you have that with you? You could show the camera.
I don't.
Did you all lose them?
No, Isabel has hers.
Isabel has
I don't know
hers,
where the.
I've been
Mine
super
went,
good
dude.
about my
but
stuff.
mine I think may be displaced.
God damn it, guys.
It's not even homework.
I have this little note that you
And
gave
look,
me, but
just in case
I don't have
I'm gonna write
arguably
it
the most important thing I need.
Wait till a good moment.
Hang on. I have a
Totally
picture of
spelled wrong.
it. Crap, I don't remember which one's yours.
D&D Beyond, everyone.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
No, it's a 1/3 shot.
No, because she has hers.
Oh,
so you
Isabel,
can
what does
see.
yours look like?
This one.
Just real quick. Okay, sweet. Here I can try.
50-50.
I can try and show off to the camera exactly what it looks like.
We need to get numbering.
Honestly, it doesn't matter because neither one of them remember, so you can just reassign them.
No, but
No.
they're it's specific.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I
wasn't
can
sure.
show the camera. Sorry about this. We'll get them. I don't know. Tell me
Yeah,
if
that
they
is
can see
mine.
it. Tell me
That's
if
a
they can see
nice
it.
one.
Oh, that's really, you can't see it because it's like, it's
Okay.
a white screen. Alright, guys.
Anyway,
We'll make some new ones by next episode.
Yeah. so Busto,
It's a cool design.
Busto lays out the bones in a straight line in front of him, and then he makes a small curve underneath, and then a little box at the top with a line through it. And then he kneels before it and puts his hands out.
Yep.
And Busto, the world around you fades, and you find yourself in, honestly, kind of a similar place. You're in a small forest clearing, but the trees around you are pine instead of oak. And the ground beneath your feet looks to have like leaf fall. So maybe it's autumn at least. It's a time when only the pine trees would be green. And these pine trees are densely packed around you, and the ground beneath your feet is cushioned by this soft underbed of old leaves and moss. It feels almost familiar, like maybe somewhere you once passed through on your journeys through the forest. But the air is infused with this smell of pine, and these little pine needles are floating down from the trees around you, kind of brushing against your face and forearms. And so you kind of look around, and then as you look upward, you don't see the sky. Instead, looking upward only grants you a view of the tops of other trees a few miles above you. And then kind of seeing this, it almost throws you into a feeling of vertigo, almost like you're going to fall from the forest floor to the forest floor above you. But breaking you out of this reverie, you hear the sound of small footsteps in front of you. And as you look down, you see a small, almost like a miniature bipedal deer walking out of the forest. And it wears a small wicker mask on its face, with just 2 holes cut for the eyes. And it walks out and comes maybe within 10 feet of you before looking up and waving, just like this.
Hello, little deer.
You say that, and it kind of makes a motion like it's chuckling or giggling like a little child, and a couple other bipedal animals emerge from the edge of the clearing to look at you too.
One's a badger.
Yes, one of them is a badger.
Yes.
And after a few seconds of considering you behind these wicker masks, a bipedal fox actually steps forward and regards you for a second before going. Did you bring a treat?
Of course I did. And I would take a little good. I would take a sprig of mistletoe that I have in my hand, cast Goodberry on it, and just hold my hand out to them.
The fox takes it and looks at these 10 good berries and then looks back up at you and chuckles and goes, I hope you brought more than this. He's very hungry this time of year. And the animals behind him clear into a little path, and the fox turns and starts walking into the woods away from you.
I'm gonna follow.
You start walking, and the fox sort of comes back and to like meet your stride, and it strikes up a conversation with you, and it says, "What's your reason for coming here this time?"
Well, I need guidance.
And he says, "You want to talk to him directly?"
And then kind of recalling my surroundings previously.
Yeah.
How close would you say I am to Orion?
Oh, probably a good 25, like maybe 100 feet a ways. The fox actually goes. He kind of looks for a second, and he puts out a hand, and just to this like the brush next to him, like a bush, and this pale arm actually just reaches out and places something in his outstretched paw, and then he holds out a little blindfold for you, and he says, you might want this.
Yes.
And he says, excellent. And a deer and a moose come to guide you through the forest.
Thank you.
And you continue walking for a little while before you can feel the air around you change. Where before it was brisk and chill, you're suddenly hit by this wave of musky, dense heat. You feel the trees kind of recede around you until you are pretty clearly standing in another small clearing, and then the two animals guiding you abruptly come to a halt and kind of catch you by your coattails, forcing you to stop. And then the fox speaks again, and it says, almost this time with a tone of reverence, says, he's before you. And he comes up and he actually grabs your hand and brings it up so that you're reaching forward with your arm outstretched, and he says, okay, you can walk forward, just do it slowly.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna walk up basically as slowly as possible.
20 minutes.
It's actually only a couple steps. It's a good ways. It's about 10 paces forward. But as you get closer, you can feel that heat growing, but it comes in waves. It's pretty clearly a breath. It's a and then a intake of breath again. And after a couple seconds, as you get closer, you can feel this just massive shape of darkness imposed on the already present darkness of the blindfold. And then your hand comes in contact with a surface. This scaly, almost twisted and cracked nose of something. And then it pushes back against your hand just a tiny bit. And then the fox speaks again, and he says, he's willing to listen.
Hello, friend.
There's a sharp intake of breath, and you can actually feel whatever's in front of you open its mouth, like slightly, moving your hand kind of up, and then it breathes back out, which billows your hair around you and kind of almost buffets you back a little. And then after a second, that fox speaks again. He says, he acknowledges your presence.
Friend, I need help.
There's another one of those short pauses before the fox again answers and says, what is it you desire? He wants to know the gravity of your request.
I need guidance. You have brought me to Blokestead, and I need to know where to go now.
There's a longer pause this time, and you kind of wait, expectant for that little fox to respond again, but he doesn't. Instead, the surface beneath your hand abruptly kind of gives away, and you almost fall forwards, but your hand then reconnects, and you can feel the shape in front of you shifting, and in the distance, maybe a mile away, you hear this just, and then the breaking of trees, and then a boom, and then a second
Fucked up.
and you hear Vincent this time from much farther away actually shout, and he goes,
Vincent's the fox?
oh yeah, sorry, shit.
So cute.
Yeah, you hear Vincent shout again. He goes, he says Oh god. He says you'll know what to do, and then you hear that shape pulls away from you entirely, and you can feel that darkness receding, and then there's a pause, and everything's still, and you can hear actually like trees falling, like settling that have been lifted up, and then there's almost a dart forward, and you can feel the air just press against you, and then the loudest, most deafening, earth-shattering roar you have ever heard surrounds you, and you fall backwards onto the ground in terror. But on the ground of the forest you were in before, with the bones scattered in front of you, all completely shattered and torn beyond recognition.
My guy's cooler.
What would I have seen?
Fuck me.
Would you have followed him?
Oh no, I thought he was.
Good zebra.
He wasn't within eye shot.
Oh,
It's a pretty dense
Would I have
forest.
heard anything?
No.
That's all I need to know.
Pacific Rim up in this
I
bitch.
know.
Holy crap!
Cool. And so I would simply go. Oh. And I'm gonna kind of try to slowly pick up the pieces of the bone.
Yeah.
Back up.
As you do, you find that a lot of them are easy to pick up, but a couple of them have been actually physically pressed into the ground. And then as you start to notice this, you actually just take a hand and sort of sweep away the ones on top, and you can see what's underneath is the shattered remains of a few bones that have been pressed into a perfectly straight line. The rest of your symbol has been moved away, but that line in the center remains, and it has been smashed into the earth.
What way is it pointing?
No way. The direction, whichever direction you set up the
Okay. So, okay.
symbol.
Okay. And I would kind of say this under my breath. I'm not gonna touch those. But all the rest's kind of surrounded around. I'm gonna slowly pick up and bunch up, kind of.
Yep.
And dig like a small hole. Place them in. Pat the dirt down, and with druid craft, just grow another rose.
Yep. And this rose just twists into view out of the earth. And what do you do?
Just kind of, this is what Busta would be thinking. I need Wolfie now, and kind of walking off towards the prison.
Okay.
Oh, you can do what I did. Oh yeah.
I'm excited to see how Buster
No
does
papers.
He's
that,
like,
though.
give me my wolf, and then he gets arrested.
Except he doesn't have papers.
Just walks up. Wolf.
Cal. And I suppose anyone else who would think they would be up by now. Before we get to Busto and where Busto's going, Orion, if you, I'll let you tell me when Orion would have rejoined the group by. But Cal, where are you heading? You're heading off to a secluded area. I'd say, okay. No, here's what I'm gonna say. As you're walking, you actually see Busto, because you're heading in kind of a similar direction. Because you weren't going to the forest they were, you were heading back up towards the next closest one is in the direction of the bridge over to the north side of Easttown.
Mm-hmm.
And Busto actually storms past you, and you can just see he almost pushes you out of the way, and just walks on ahead of you.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Got places to be, dog.
Who cares?
I guess I'd be a little bit like,
Perturbed.
oh fuck, where's he going? But at the same time, I want to go do what I wanted to do. So, he's got his own thing. I feel like Bustos knows what he's doing. He's smart enough.
He's
Look straight at camera. I'm not.
I'll just continue to the alley.
What
Really.
is
I'm not gonna. That's not gonna really put me off my path at this moment.
Okay. So you continue on your way to try and find a sort of secluded area, and your path actually brings you through this little like square area where the roads intersect, and you have to kind of push your way through through a developing little crowd of people who have started to wake up and bustle around, so that you can get past the buildings into a little secluded area by the edge of this cliff. And you kind of actually take a moment to look around and just sort of look at the people of the city. You see these little peddlers walking around, a few people putting up signs on their door, and even like some almost like knockoff holy people, like this what looks like a homeless man in almost like a painted bathrobe to resemble the robes that the temple priestess wear.
Can I see if he's trying to like skim money off of people?
Yeah, he actually has this little hat in. He has like a I don't know. Yeah, like a hat in front of him that people are putting coin in, and he is very loudly preaching. He's got his hands up. It's this very animated movement of him shouting out at the crowd around him. He's basically just yelling, "Our Lord will deliver us. Praised be His glorious light," and casting some little like lights up into the air from his palms.
So he's just trying to skim money off of people.
It looks like that.
I'm just gonna walk up to him and just take out like 5 gold and just toss it to him and be like, "This, don't do this. I'm just gonna take the hat."
You're gonna take the hat?
He's trying to fucking steal money, but he's taking money like he's posing as some people. I don't like that. Posing's bad.
Yeah, you reach down towards his hat, and he's gonna grab at your wrist.
Wait, how much money is in it?
No, it's like if you put 5 gold, that's by far the most that's in there. There's like a couple copper pieces and some silver.
No, I won't take the hat. I'm gonna go up to him. I'll give him 5 gold, and I'll look at him and be like, "You know, you probably shouldn't do this. This isn't the right thing to do. Make money a different way. But here's 5 gold. Change up your outfit." I'm just gonna turn around and walk away.
He's gonna actually speak. He's gonna go, "I fail to see what you're suggesting," and he's gonna do some more of those lights in the air, and
I'm gonna turn around and go, "Ooga booga booga, stop it with the robe. You're just skimming money off of people, and it's not nice."
When he turns around, he kind of looks at you for a second, then he goes, "Phew," and this just like glow of radiant warmth passes through you, and you can see then he sort of redirects his hands back towards his head and just goes like this, and leaves. You can see that he already had, and he just sort of reinvigorates this glowing symbol in the center of his head, a straight line, and he sort of then puts his hands out, and his eyes glow brightly, and he kind of does this little swirl thing, and then starts
What's
shouting
the
his
It's a lot.
Okay, is it just a straight line? That's it?
It is.
Okay, I'm just like
and
paranoid.
starts and
All the
continues
symbols.
shouting his thing. Maybe actually directed at you this time. He kind of goes like to the people around him, goes, "This is the face of a non-believer,"
Oh my God.
and continues with his little spiel.
Hold on, I just gotta check D&D Beyond to see if I can do anything here. Because I have not memorized my sheets. Can I like can I make an insight check to see if he actually believes or if he's just like fucking being?
Go ahead, roll insight for me.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. It's all fake, dude. Like
It's
even
all
that
fake?
symbol on his head, though the symbol is genuine, he's clearly just making it with illusion magic.
Is he standing next to? He's standing next to a building, right?
He's kind of in the middle of the
Oh,
crowd
is
square.
the
actually.
robe really loose? The robe is how loose is the robe on a scale of 1 to loose?
On a scale of 1 to loose.
It's not exactly tight.
It's not really tight.
It's decidedly untight.
I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and just make a giant gust of wind right in his spot, and just make the hat go flying and the robe go try to fly off of
And the
him.
money go flying.
Yeah, just make everything
That's
go flying.
so awesome.
It's
So
the man
he
of
does
the
this. He
room.
sort of
Yeah.
casts this light onto you, and you sort of look at him for a second, and then just and almost like an unnaturally strong gust of wind, he kind of like reels back, and that robe just flips off.
Try
And
something else.
His hat just spills over. He kind of like grabs the hat to like cover himself up, and spilling more of the coins in the process.
If I see you doing this again, it's gonna be 2 gusts of wind, and I'm just gonna give him a wink and just walk away.
He sort of shouts as he goes, "Our Lord will strike you down!" And, but then you can continue on your way.
Okay.
So you walk sort of back out of this city square behind those actually look kind of like someone's homes, and you just sort of go straight in between them into this little forested area right by the edge of the cliff or the canyon, that is.
Okay. the forested area, is it really dark and is it no one's there, right?
No, no one's there. It's actually a little bit less dense. There's some light, but you kind of find your way actually to like right on the edge of this cliff, and so there's a good like 50 feet of cliff in between you
Just
and
like dangle my
anything
legs
else.
off the edge.
What?
Can I dangle
Sure.
my legs, or is there a fence?
No, there's no fence on this part.
Okay. Fine.
Like the owners in like the area behind their house, they might have put up their own fence, but in this little forested area, there's nothing. It kind of the forest kind of peters away into rocks, so the trees are now maybe 10 feet behind you, and you're sitting on the edge of this like granite cliff.
I'm gonna take my trident and like hold it in my hands and just like look at it and then put it down next to me and look at my hands and be like, I'm done being controlled by you. Let me understand why you're doing this to me. And I'm gonna kind of rub the scar and close my eyes and attempt communion. Bum, bum, bum.
2-in-1.
That's a 2-for-1 deal right there.
I was literally gonna do it, and then he did. I was like, motherfucker.
It's okay.
not
I'd say this
copying
is
our
this is a
correct
stressful time for everyone. I think this kind of thing would make sense. Cal, your transition is much less smooth. Though you wouldn't know this, where Bustos was kind of a calm transition, you sort of put your hand on this scar, and then it's like you got kicked in the head. You're just thrown, like, knocked backwards, almost this, like, psychic spear just through the center of your forehead. And you kind of close your eyes reflexively, and when you open them, you aren't on the edge of the cliff. You are standing up on the very outer rim of this massive stone dais. And you kind of look down at this intricate masonry work, and you can see it's inscribed with these strange symbols and murals of great battles in these large concentric circles, rings radiating from the center of the dais. And the center is dominated by this large stone-edged Gothic mirror. But that's not what immediately catches your attention, because around you, you find that the dais is not where. It's not anywhere. It's not in a place. It's just suspended in this inky black void. No sun, no stars, nothing in sight. And the air around you feels heavy and thick, almost unnatural to breathe in, kind of like you're underwater, causing this just momentary feeling of claustrophobia and suffocation. But upon taking in a lungful to like quench your need for breath, your nose and mouth is overwhelmed by the sense of sulfur and metal. And as you kind of cough and recover from this, you hear a faint emanating from the mirror in the center of the dais.
Just like a knock.
Just a small...
I'll kind of walk up to it, like one hand faced out towards it.
It's actually like on edge. Like you're not in view of the mirror. You
Oh,
can't
really?
see into it yet.
Okay, I'll walk around it then. And try to look at it.
Yeah. As you walk into view, you see yourself in the mirror do the same. But in the mirror, you're not wearing what you normally wear, and you don't look like you normally do. Instead, you're wearing this ornate scarlet metal armor with these large points and almost this like facsimilitude, like almost this representation of wings out the back, and atop your head your horns are massive and they curve around almost like 3 times and end in these pointed metal tips, and your eyes are blazing with that or that white fire, but you don't seem to be making any motion unnaturally. It's just
I'm
this
like try to rub my eyes, like
in the
get out
mirror
of it.
your duplicate does the same. But then after a second, you kind of regard yourself in the mirror, and then you feel a hand on your shoulder, and in the mirror you see this small kind of pale, almost ringed with this soft light hand just grab the edge of your duplicate's shoulder. And you turn around and look behind you, and nothing's there. But when you look back, you can see this hand is still resting on your duplicate's shoulder. But then it continues, it extends, and it reaches up, and you can see it's not a hand, it's a finger. And another 5 of these weird hand-tipped fingers extend around and put this much larger hand across your duplicate's shoulder, almost extending down to like the breastplate. And then an arm unfolds from behind you up to the edge of the mirror, so that all you can see is this big, just unnatural hand resting on your shoulder from out of view of the mirror.
Can I walk towards the mirror and touch it and see what's up? Is it just a mirror?
What do you focus on as you walk up towards it? Do you look at yourself, or do you try and look upward?
I would look at myself.
Okay.
I look at that thing. I know that something's wrong.
Yeah, as you walk up, you see a duplicate do the same, and you can actually see your own expression of unease mirrored on your face in the mirror. And you put out a hand, and your fingers come in contact with the cold metal surface.
Just I'm trying to. What are you doing to me?
A voice echoes from above where you can actually see, and it just goes, "I'm trying to make you better. I should be asking you what you're doing."
Well, I'm done fighting it. I don't need it anymore.
You don't need it anymore?
Not the way to fighting it. If you lend me some of your power, I'll let you into me a little bit.
That hand releases itself from your duplicate's shoulder, and it reaches out a finger, and it kind of twists, and you can see those tips and its flesh. It's not just hands. You can occasionally see like a almost like a mouth or an eye, and then finally it kind of condenses into this like it's like part of a face on each of the fingers. So when it brings together like this, it forms a whole face, and it looks at you for a second, and you realize it's your face. And then it splits apart, and the hand slams into the mirror in front of you next to you, and it shakes the whole thing, and it goes, "You're not in a position to bargain, Cal. You think you decide when this sort of thing happens. You're nothing without me."
Really, because I feel like I'd be much more.
You start to see this thin fire coming in through like almost the lines on its hand, like its fingerprints start to kind of burn, and it's starting to melt that unnatural flesh away. And it says, "You know what your problem is, Cal. You're that same scared little kid I rescued all those years ago. This was supposed to make you stronger, and you've just let it hold you back." And the voice kind of shifts its timbre. It grows, as it grows more agitated, and that flesh burns away, revealing this just flaming silhouette behind it. It rises in anger, and it says, "If you just let us work together, we could accomplish so much. We would have been done with this years before if you just let me."
Done with what exactly?
It says, "Done with you."
And why me?
It says, "I came to you because you wanted revenge. You wanted it so bad you were willing to move the earth. That's the kind of fury that breaks kingdoms. But you've squandered it. And now it hurt your friends. It hurt the people you care about most. Because you've rejected it.
I wasn't the one who took you in. Why did I get this? You think I wanted this? I could have done it my own way.
And it laughs and it says, you think you had a choice. It says, do you want to know something sad, Cal?
What?
And the mirror actually shifts. And it doesn't show you your reflection anymore. It shows you the interior of a basement of some kind. And a figure lies on the ground, beheaded, blood pooling around it. And two others stand over it. And they're sort of looking around. And then that voice, the voice of your patron emanates again. It says, you want to know what would have happened if I hadn't intervened, Cal. And on the mirror, you can see those two figures kind of looking around. And then from a corner, behind some barrels, maybe a wine rack, you hear a muffled sob. But the figures in the basement hear it too. And one of them points, and then the other, the bulkier one of the two, walks up and it rips away at those barrels and starts shoving them aside until it finds the hidden door. And it opens it, and on the mirror you can see it yank a young red tiefling boy out from the wall. And he picks him up by his neck and carries him back over to the other figure, and throws him on the ground in front of him. And then you see him raise up his blade and swing it down towards the child, and then the scene in the mirror fades away. And your duplicate is in front of you again. And that fire is now burning behind it in this just twisting vortex, no longer even with a shape. And it says, you owe me your life. This isn't a partnership. But I do have your interests in mind.
Is there any way I can let you in when I want you to help me, but not to hurt my friends or the people I love?
That fire behind your duplicate starts condensing. Though it doesn't seem particularly tied to the actions of the voice, but just as that voice resumes speaking, you can see it starts to sort of shift itself into a distinct shape. But that voice comes again and it says, Cal, you need to understand something. And that shape continues condensing until it forms this truly imposing being. Perhaps 15 or 20 feet tall, it's this humanoid shape composed of a bright fire. 4 luminous wing-like appendages emerge from her back, and a powerful heat has begun emanating from the mirror in front of you. And that figure speaks again, and it says, you didn't lose control because I wanted to, Cal. I'm not the problem. You are! And the mirror shatters, and you're thrown backward off the dais. And you open your eyes back in the real world.
Holy shit, boy. This is...
I'm kind of am I laying down? Because I got slammed back.
Oh yeah, no,
so
you're prone on your
get
back.
up to my feet and kind of scramble up and grab my trident, rub my back, and go back towards the hotel. Just kind of. Actually, no.
Next time, just be a little bit more descriptive.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just a little bit. Actually,
Kinda vague.
I'm gonna pick up the trident and kind of just look at it for a second and just run my hand under. Why would I do that? And then put it on my back.
Okay. Yep. You continue on towards the inn. And
I think I would have gone to the
Yeah,
end by now.
Orion. And when you return, it's actually been a while. You can see the sun is fully in the sky, and the peddler, the guy impersonating a temple of the first king priest, has left the square where he was before. But
Oh wait, I have to remove front door. The D&D Beyond, you can remove front door. Alright,
Nick, do you think you'd be up at this point?
What time is it?
It's probably about 7:40.
Oh, maybe.
37
Um,
seconds.
I'd have come back anyway.
Yeah, I'd say you've been up for maybe 5 or 10 minutes with Orion.
Oh, Arthur, by the way, check.
What?
Check. Like checkmate.
Oh.
I understood.
This isn't a dick measuring contest.
Between Adrian and I.
Although it is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But I think both of ours are pretty cool. That's what I'm gonna
We're
say.
gonna go back and forth for a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
Continue.
So when you return to the Sleeping Dragon Inn, you find Nick and Orion maybe idly chatting, maybe just both in the same room. Regardless, your two of your compatriots are present when you return.
Hello, everyone.
Where's Busto? He's not with you?
Oh, he actually stormed past me. Do you guys know anything about that? I just assumed he was fine.
I woke up like
Well,
5
he
minutes
came in.
ago.
He came over by where I sleep really early, and then I never saw him come back. But he didn't look angry when he went by or storming.
We better go find him. I'm just gonna turn around and wipe.
Are you wait? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Walk out.
All right.
Just gonna like
I'll
kinda slightly
follow.
jog towards where I saw him last.
Yeah. Are you Nick and Orion?
I'm following.
Out of curiosity, are you following?
I guess so.
Okay.
She
Busto.
wants a break.
Busto, my dear Busto. Let's go back to you for just a second. Yeah, while we were not paying attention,
falls
Busto
off the
died.
bridge.
Busto fell off the canyon.
Right.
He was
Uh,
like kind of balancing on the edge of the bridge,
So dummy doesn't know how a bridge works.
and then he saw
He
a
tried to-
pigeon, and he was like,
he
"Oh,
tried. He tried to go across the bridge perpendicularly instead.
Oh, Busto.
Anyway.
No, Busto. Are you how? What are you doing, Busto?
Man.
So at the moment, I'm getting into the prison. That's
Well,
You can't just walk in.
well,
wild shape.
well.
He's just a
well,
fucking
well.
spider now."
No,
Little did you know.
there's a bit of a hitch. I feel like we've figured it out by now.
Papers.
God damn it. Hey, you want to know something funny?
Still didn't remember. his
Still
name.
didn't look up his name.
Yeah.
Wait, but I did come up with a name.
Oh.
Card name.
Do it.
So his name. So yeah, that's where you've gotten stuck.
Card name.
You are once again, for what, the 6th time? You are
the
at
fourth.
you are at that little booth, stuck outside of the loft, and this man, Thomas Higgins, Lil Dude,
Oh my
Lil
God.
dude.
Oh.
Okay.
which we can abbreviate to TH Lil Dude or just
I'm
the Little
gonna
Dude.
write the whole thing so we remember it this time.
Yeah.
No,
me
no.
too.
Listen to my terrible pun.
Little dude.
No, it's TH Little Dude, but you can just pronounce it the. So just call him the Little Dude.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm leaving for that joke. God
No.
fucking damn.
Okay,
I
so-
like it.
So Thomas Higgins, you walk back up and flick the bell, and after a couple seconds,
I love this.
that little red-haired gnome, dwarf, gnome, halfling man with his little tiny spectacles, arrives at the booth, and he looks up and seems to have still not gotten the hang of it. Again, kind of looks up out at you and goes, "Oh, you're back.
Hello.
Hello, Busto Go Shuttle." He says, "Do you still have my map, by the way?"
I have papers.
Says, "You very well. Hand them over."
Come up on the map.
That map is so fucked.
I don't even have one.
It's got like it's probably got like tea stains on it, maybe some dirt.
Yep.
Like, oh my god.
Berry stains.
So you sort of just drop this
Wolfie just
balled up
ate
map,
it.
and he looks at it and goes, and he picks up and he starts unfolding. He goes, "That was so expensive."
Oh,
And he goes, he goes, he knocks on the mic of the universe. He goes, I'm sorry, dear. It's not the right kind of paper.
Does he have papers in his booth?
Probably, maybe in his cart.
Ooh.
I like to imagine he has like a little desk cart with like papers and like a
That's how I see
rolling
it.
thing.
Make more
Yeah.
papers.
And I'm just gonna kind of like look over, and I'm try to roll a obvious sleight of hand check.
Sure.
An obvious sleight of hand
I'm
check.
trying to be.
You're like,
I'm trying to distract him with my big hand.
oh, you'll.
Is this a sleight of hand check or is this a performance check?
I'm not sure. Like I'm trying to
Both?
go like.
Okay, do both. Roll performance for me first.
Okay.
It's alright. Busto's kind of charismatic.
10.
Not if he rolls fucking terribly. Though.
Got a 6.
That's not.
You have a what?
+4 charisma.
No. That was a 9.
Oh, was it a 9?
Yeah.
It might have been.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we have 10 total. The performance.
Well, I mean, you make him see
Okay.
it.
Roll sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Ouch.
25.
That's not terrible.
Well, what about
15.
the second roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.
14.
Worse.
Oh,
but not
worse
much.
by 1.
14.
Not terrible.
Would I be behind him at this point?
Above average.
See, you
Can I
guys are getting
distract
close.
him?
What? Okay.
Double
What do you
disadvantage.
exactly do to distract him?
Oh, this is
Be
gross.
like, I owe different papers. And then I'm gonna kind of like pick up the map, look at it.
I just ripping it.
So different papers. I'd look at his cart, see he has papers, and go, I need other paper.
Tell him.
Right?
No.
And he kind of.
And then I go, oh. And then I'm gonna kind of just like shove the map in his face with a because I can do it with one hand because it's a small map, and then just like grab the other paper.
Just throw it on his head. He's like, oh,
That's not even a distraction. That's just blinding him.
Yeah.
that's a big enough of a distraction.
And then just
Can't
kind of
see,
showing
can't
him the
see.
new paper.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'm gonna.
Aren't there bars? He's just
So
like,
he kind of like. He has bars he can put down.
oh,
Wait,
okay.
could those be his papers?
No, we'll get to just a sec.
That'd be funny. He's not allowed back into the wall. He gets fired from his job and has to live a life on the street.
Well, he gives it back to him and he reads the name.
So you shove this map in his face and grab just a handful of papers and pull him back, and then when he kind of like and takes this map away and then like looks back up at you and you just put out and you extend out the
Just
what
tissues.
you probably haven't noticed, but what looks like to be the scroll he was reading beforehand back to him, and he kind of
This is like
looks
morning
at you
newspaper.
and goes. And then just sort of takes it and looks at it and goes, no.
Would I be there yet? I have papers.
Yeah.
But papers.
And he goes,
Aw.
Different papers.
He
goes
does have
Busto, there are so many things wrong with what you just did.
I'm sorry.
He goes, I don't know how to say this to you without both confusing and shattering your dangerously fragile heart. He goes, you don't have the right papers.
Oh.
How many papers are there?
He goes, and he seems to be kind of getting into it too, and he like puts a hand on your finger and goes, there's so many.
He's gonna get you
And
to go
around
away. He's like,
and
"Get the
around
fuck
this
out."
moment, I'd say Cal,
You
you,
walk in
Nick,
with
and Orion see Busto tearing up with Thomas Higgins, kind of clutching him almost in this like moment of intimacy between them. Not sexual intimacy.
Oh yeah. Thomas is like-
Sensual.
he's bent
No
over.
wonder he's crying.
in the ticket booth.
Stop.
Shh, please
No
stop.
wonder he's crying.
Okay.
You're actually not allowed to talk anymore? Isn't that funny? You should just never say that.
So
yeah. So
I-
you.
Would I
Yeah.
notice them?
You'd probably hear them
Hey.
walking up. Yeah. Yeah. You.
Busto. Where do you think you're heading?
Prison.
Oh,
are you trying to
God.
get Wolfie? That's a bit of an issue. It's gonna be really hard.
What is hard?
You fucking did that on
For fuck's
purpose.
sake.
Me. um,
Oh.
I did. Want to clarify that?
it's going to be difficult. We're gonna try to find Wolfie. Difficult, not easy. The opposite of easy. Do you understand?
He's becoming more illiterate by the
Yeah.
second.
Yeah,
Keep it-
He learned that word yesterday. And he's like, what?
Keep it down a little bit. I mean, there are him.
That's
Actually,
like
Thomas
weakness
Higgins
for
seems
him.
to be having like an emotional breakdown on his desk.
No way.
Oh.
Too many papers.
So many
He's whispering to himself.
Okay.
He's just so sad that he met someone
Um,
so.
So I would simply I get in prison like how I came out.
Well, how will we get Wolfie out? That's the only issue.
Wolfie walk out.
I'm sorry, but he just can't do that.
Why?
Because they won't let him. Sorry, but Wolfie's kind of...
Wolfie do know
he's on the
nothing.
second floor, right? He's not on the first floor.
Wolfie
Well, you
do-
actually, I mean, you don't know. You
Well,
heard
I
him on
heard
the.
him.
You heard him on the first floor.
Oh, shit. But he's on the second floor, because Trevor just said yes. But he's on the first floor.
He's
the
on one
first
of them.
floor. He's going to be very hard to get up, and there's no way he's going to be able to walk.
Why? No one hurt Wolfie.
Yeah, but they're keeping him for now.
Wait,
Wolfie don't do
We
anything.
can find a way to get him out. But
Cal, you have papers, right?
I do have papers.
Wait, you
Thomas.
have papers?
No.
Shh. Busto.
Thomas.
Busto.
Busto.
Keep
hey,
it
Where
down
did
for
you
a
get papers from?
I mean, how else would you have
I don't
gotten?
know. I just met someone.
How else would you have gotten your stuff?
Thomas.
I just met someone. What does that mean?
I'm gonna kind of like just
Yeah.
ignoring
He just
them.
sort of looks up at you.
Thomas.
I know get papers, but maybe you give paper?
No, Thomas. I have papers. We don't need. Wait. Am I? Adrian talking. Am I
Yeah.
the only one that's allowed in if I have papers, or are we all allowed in?
Ooh.
I think the way that.
Oh wait, I returned it to him. Fuck, I returned them to him.
Yeah.
When I
Oh
went
yeah,
back.
you did.
Oh no.
No, but I'm just gonna say, can I
my
give
card.
paper? You give paper, I give you paper.
No, you brought back his.
And his papers. I
And his
think.
Did you bring
Papers.
his papers back,
Well, he
or
told
did
me
you
to
just
bring
bring
'em
back
back,
the
right?
equipment?
No, I think he brought it.
Okay.
We'll just say for safety.
Yeah, just be
Anyway.
safe.
I think so. Yeah.
Just to cover our bases.
Okay.
Anyway, you give paper for me, Thomas?
Then I'll lose it.
He just sort of looks up at you and goes,
No, Busto, I know a place where we can get papers. We don't need to bug you, Thomas. What's your last name? Sorry.
he kind of goes, Thomas, Thomas Higgins, little dude.
It's very nice to meet you. I feel a little dude.
And he goes, okay.
We will no longer bother you for now. I will see you soon. I'm sure of it. We're
I
to get-
bother you.
We are going to go get papers and a recommendation from someone that I know. Thank you. I'm gonna grab Buster's shoulder, kind of like. Come on,
Oh
Buster.
wait,
No,
Yeah.
I have one
I'm-
question. If we get a recommendation from somebody with papers and it's signed, each of us, can we keep that and it's just as good as papers?
Yeah, this
It's like I didn't have.
you'd have to
papers
talk to the person with
before.
papers.
Right.
It depends. People with papers can give other people papers, like temporarily. They can also put in appeals for them to have papers permanently.
Okay.
Hey, hold.
It's kind of a big deal though
Well,
to
then
get papers.
that's not giving him
Well, temporary papers. too?
Nah, that's not a big deal.
Yeah,
That happens
okay,
all the time.
that's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm simply gonna I'm just gonna ask, can I have paper
To who?
to Thomas? I write.
He just sort of looks around and looks at the map for a second and just goes, "Dude,"
Why the fuck do you
and
do
hands it
that?
back to you.
And then I'm just gonna kind of look at the map. There's nothing on the back, right?
Nope.
So I'm gonna pick up like a rock or something. I don't know how to write.
Oh, you just ripped through the map.
and
No.
and I'm gonna try to draw on the back of the map.
Can I see what he's about to do and like try to fucking get the rock away from him because he's gonna rip through the
You
map?
could probably try.
Okay. What do I do?
I don't know. What do you
No,
do?
Busto, don't. Lift the rock off the map. You're going to rip it. You don't want to rip it. Let me write it for you. Whatever you need. I'll teach you how to read later, but for now, let me write that.
I
for
know
you.
read, but I write.
Give him
No,
the
you
pen.
don't. Can I please have that?
Um,
I'm just gonna like slowly whip his
Can
hand off
I
the paper.
can I simply try to
I'm just gonna-
I don't know
I
if you
get
want me
so
to
worried every time you go, "Can I simply?"
Yeah.
that is it's like I'm being like Pavlov trained where I just go, "Oh no."
Oh, no.
Every time you say, "Can I simply?" or "I simply," I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Simply, I should do this.
About to hit the pen.
No, I speak Elvish. Can I
No.
write?
I don't even know if you write common. Like
Yeah, I know I don't write common. Because common has changed.
Elvish is
But
your
Elvish.
Elvish is your native. You
Yeah.
probably write
I
some.
probably have a pencil. I'll lift your
Or
hand
he
up,
would.
take away,
I need
and give
something,
you a pencil.
something right.
There you go. You can write with that. It's quite easy. Don't push down too hard. You'll break the letter. But just move your hand around and do whatever you do best. That's just a squiggle.
Here, and put it on the desk so that way you're not just using your hand. There you go.
Oh, we're teaching him how to write. This is so cute. We're in like the middle of the courtyard on like a fucking cobblestone ground, just like.
So I'm writing in Elvish.
That is the cutest thing. You guys all just huddled around.
Oh wait,
Busto as
no,
you
no,
try-
no! I didn't give him a pencil. I just give him a box of crayons.
Oh, that's good. That's perfect.
And he does it. He holds him like any kindergartner, just like the full grip, just like.
Yes.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna write in Elvish, like my butchered version basically. Cause
Yeah.
It's been very long since I've written in Elvish.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
In fact,
and-
forever.
and I'm going to, write in Elvish, papers for Busto Shogaro.
Are you gonna? Do you have
You
a forgery?
keep fucking the name up more and more.
That's all.
That's the point.
Okay.
And then scribble it out. Go no.
I know it took me a second.
Wolfie. Two. And then I'm gonna like panically grab Orion.
Orion jumps like a foot in the air. He's like,
It's like the cats
What-
in the cartoons
what
that just jump straight.
Is in
What is in what?
Fashion.
what is
God damn it,
in
Adrian.
called
Coliseum?
what in called
You guys know what he's talking about?
Oh, what is that inn called? Oh, the Sleeping Dragon. Boom! Knowledge.
Using your brain.
Oh, yeah. Use my brain.
sleeping. How do you write?
Okay, so
Dragon.
you,
Buster,
I
would
don't
you
know how
like me to write it for
I don't
you?
know how to write Elvish.
I can do it. I promise. I can write common as well, but they all speak. Promise. Thank you.
Look what he wrote.
You pick up the pencil or crayon. You pick up
He
the
wrote Elvish. I told him that.
God damn it.
I told you that was a good idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna take.
If anyone on watching couldn't see that, he
Said-
wrote the word Elvish on the piece of paper.
And he did it like this. I watched him.
I'm going to put the crayons in my pocket and take out like a pen because
Yeah.
I probably have one. And
They have a form of it.
yeah, just
And you would have one too.
can I just like scribble, like jot down a
Yeah.
little letter? This is bad. Forgery. Forgery's fucking hard. What is forgery? What is it? Dex?
Sleight of
Persuasion.
Is it
hand,
sleight of hand?
Performance.
right?
It's not performance. No charisma. Fuck you. What is
I
it?
can do it really good, whatever it is.
Deception? Deception?
Can probably do
That's
it.
an interesting one.
Super lit.
I've seen people. Well,
I
like we don't have a
think it-
forgery kit, so we're not proficient, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a straight Dex roll.
I don't think it's Dex. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. Well, that depends.
If we're forging certain, like,
If you're trying to forge to look a certain
yeah,
way,
then it would be Dex.
that would be Dex. Yeah.
But we're trying to be charismatic.
But if you're trying to like write like someone, like
All right. Well, Cal, knowing that this isn't gonna fucking work, will be like, all done, and I'm just gonna put it in my pocket.
oh my god.
Hey Cal, do you actually know someone with papers?
Yeah, I got your recommendation.
That's literally so crazy. I know someone with papers.
Who's that?
Just some guy.
Do you think we can get?
Really?
Do you think we could get? You think we could get temporary papers? From
Well,
him?
most people have papers.
Tom.
here.
He really likes me, so.
Thomas,
No.
Busto's train of thought is still at the station.
Yeah.
you give my
Oh, that's a good one.
my
Still
letter
from Tom and
to
Hobbes.
prison.
Okay, Thomas. What we're trying to say is.
Oh god, I should not have named two characters Tom.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Tom.
Oh
Grocery.
shit! Yeah, Tom Grocery.
That's
I'm
exactly
gonna call him
Tom.
Thomas. Thomas,
Full dude.
little dude. Is there any way at all you could get his pet out of the prison? It's in there for the dumbest of reasons. We don't need to enter the loft again, so it's really just a hassle for us. If there's any way you could, it would be greatly appreciated. I'll give you some coin if you need.
We could pay you.
He kind of looks at you and goes, wait, your dog's in prison?
Yeah, we don't.
We know.
Well, basically what happened was the wolf was out in the streets at night and they picked her up and brought is it a girl? Wolf is a girl or a boy?
If he's a boy.
They picked him up and brought him back to the prison just for safekeeping, but
We can't get in.
we're not
We don't
allowed
have
to get in.
papers.
But we just want our wolf back.
He goes,
Why did I do that? I'm
What?
not the charismatic one. Why did I do that?
I don't know. Yeah, you can
Fuck, why did I remind
Yeah, you can-
Fuck!
you can roll persuasion for me if you'd like.
Back 'em
But
up,
Nick
back 'em
is
up,
helping.
Back him up, Nick. Back him up.
What?
Say something.
To help him.
Oh, please get us back our wolf.
That doesn't give me fucking advantage.
Someone woke
Yeah,
up on the
no.
wrong side of the bed.
Alright. Disadvantage. No, okay.
Not terrible.
Man, that's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
this could be worse.
that's it. What, deception?
No, persuasion.
It's
Persuasion.
still correct.
Isn't it the same
9.
He kind of looks at you, goes, he looks,
Fucking help me.
he says, he just sort of looks almost sadly at Buster and goes,
I just
I'm really sorry. There's nothing. I'm just a clerk. He says, I really hope you guys
Aw.
can get in and
What
get
if we
your
what if
dog
we-
back, but the best I can give you is well wishes and hope.
You're doing your
You
best.
think they stop dog if dog leave?
Will
He
they
goes-
stop the dog if he tries to leave?
He goes, well, I still don't entirely understand how a dog can get arrested.
It wasn't arrested.
Oh my god.
he goes,
I'm just gonna kind of go around the
This guy's the same
corner.
intelligence
Can
as
I try to roll
fucking
stealth?
Busto.
I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
Oh my god, you're just
What?
gonna walk around.
Can I try to roll stealth to go like around
He
the,
just
Roll
walks
what?
behind one of us and hides.
the hut? Yeah.
He's not in a hut. It's like part of
It's
the
the
wall.
wall.
Well, yeah. Well, oh, can I try to like get outside of its view?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want me to roll stealth or no?
Not really. Like you can just
Okay.
walk out of his view.
So I'm gonna kind of look at you guys, and say, I get Wolfie. And
Okay, so Thomas,
gonna wild
look
shape.
at me right now.
Yeah, no, he's focused on you. I'll say you don't have to worry about it.
okay, so I'm just gonna wild shape into a spider and climb the
All
wall.
right. Yeah, I'd say
Druid.
cause there's a, well, if you head behind that little building there, you'll be out of the view of the streets.
Which one are we at? We're on.
You're right up by 19.
Yep. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Are we still with him or are we back to you? Tom Plus.
He's doing he's wild
Okay.
shape into a spider.
Thomas, I have a question. You know us, I mean, not super well, but pretty okay. We've come here a lot. You think you could give us temporary papers just so we could go into the prison and see if they can give us our dog back?
He says, well, I do have papers of my own.
Exactly.
The nature of my job makes it illegal for me to give out papers.
Well, it's a
for
good
this exact
It's a good
reason.
thing that we're good at keeping our mouths shut.
Would you know? We're not going to do that.
Yeah,
we're not
no,
going to put you in that
we're
position.
Not stupid.
But would you be willing to accept one, just like request or a request for us to go in for all of us? Just a single paper? Or...
He says, yeah. He says, if you've been granted temporary entrance, that would be totally fine.
Okay, well, we'll be back soon with papers.
And he says, I really hope you are.
Oh.
I'm just gonna turn around and walk away.
Okay. Busto, you are heading back up the wall. But before that, Cal.
Make him take 1d4.
What? No.
Damage.
For no reason, just cause.
No,
Just 'cause of
that music.
That song.
Oh.
Has a mental epileptic.
You have
Like
been
necrotic
sued by
damage.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yep.
I wish we were Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Can we just stop this podcast and just
And
make
just-
a new? Can we just change our podcast to us just watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Over and over again. Like
Just
with new
each
reactions
episode.
each
Once a
time.
week, right? Yeah.
Each
Okay.
episode is just a movie.
So we're
again.
back, guys, watching Ferris Bueller's Day. Okay, never mind. Let's get back to the game.
Anyway,
What's
Cal,
going on?
where are you leading to?
To the Coliseum. Ba-da-ba-boom.
Excellent.
This is gonna be interesting. 1d4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Nick, Orion, Cal leads you back towards the Marble Ring, back down that little, back down Marble Street, actually, towards the little armament room. And as you walk, Nick,
Yeah.
you start to get this sort of sneaking suspicion as you walk.
It's a really good theme song.
It is.
Alright, up to 1d6.
Can I be sort of like, I know he's like walking in front of me, but can I be sort of like trying to get trying to get in front of him like
That's gonna
every
be
couple
loud.
seconds, so it seems like I know where I'm going, sort of. You
What?
missed entirely.
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
said.
What'd you
Sorry.
say?
Sorry.
So I sort of get what's going
Oh,
on,
so you're
gonna
and
make it
I'm
look
just
like you
gonna
know.
try to like every couple steps just try to get a little bit in front of him, so it like it looks,
looks
like,
like
I
you're
know
leading.
what. Yeah.
No, I'm not allowing that to happen. I'm gonna be really confused. Like, what the fuck
It's
is
like
she
how
doing?
when you're talking and like they repeat the last word of your sentence, like they know what they're talking about.
Or they just nod the entire time. Like,
Yeah.
Like when you're
Yeah, no.
walking and you have a cat and it always keeps. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm back there. I'm like, I don't care. I don't know what's going on.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Nick up and put her on my shoulders.
Whoa!
Nick, do you let this happen?
I try to do the thing where he goes to get me and I like go like limp like a noodle.
Alright, fine, I'll just throw her over my shoulder.
Yeah, so Cal, you kind of fireman carry Nick.
Princess Fiona, that's all you think of.
Not. Yep, that's the secret. This whole campaign, I'm just gonna slowly
actually
seed it
just
into
Shrek.
Shrek.
Just Shrek. Right.
My
yeah.
swamp.
Shrek Lord.
I want to go.
swamp.
I want to go to my swamp. Throw it over.
I got
This
the
is
fucking. I got the
weird.
magic mirror on the wall.
Yeah, no, true.
If the villain just secretly turns out to be Shrek,
All the little dudes just Lord.
you were the one
Farquaad.
pulling the strings the whole time.
Oh my
It was
God.
Shrek all
It
along.
was Shrek all along.
God, we've gone so off track. Let's get back to it. Oh my God.
Oh my god. So yeah, you guys you reach that little armaments building and you crack open the door and see a pretty similar scene to what Cal saw last time, where it's a downtime moment. There's not many people mobbing the area to get in. It's just the few people who are regularly there.
I'm like squirming. I'm like, let me down, let me down.
I'm just laughing behind.
Bow,
1d8.
I'm just gonna die from Ferris Bueller's Day Off damage.
Every now and then you just
True.
bow.
That's its own damage class.
Can we
like-
also make a Ferris Bueller class?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
No,
Okay.
just a whole
Here,
class.
Here,
of
guys,
Ferris
gotta
Bueller.
focus. We gotta focus.
Okay, so I'm just gonna enter and put Nick down behind
Oh,
me.
thank God.
Got him.
Yeah, so you set Nick down and kind of scan the room around you, and you actually see some of Forge's equipment, but he's not out in this main area right now.
Is there anyone else here?
Oh yeah, there's a couple people milling around. There's like a tall dragonborn man, actually a satyr who has these two sickles,
Oh my God, I love
who seems
him.
to be sharpening them on a little grindstone.
Do any of you know where Forge is by chance?
They kind of, a few look up at you, but then kind of just notice that you're nothing important really, and but one of them kind of gestures and points to a door
He's like,
on the wall.
Thank you.
on the far end of the room.
Okay, I'm just gonna go towards the door they pointed at.
So as you approach it, you stop.
D100 right now. I've had
I
enough.
have a D30 I can roll.
No.
Um,
For Ferris damage.
let's just see. I'm curious. What is the
Ferris
Ferris
Bueller
Bueller
How
damage
much
damage?
is
off.
your How much is your Ferris Bueller damage?
Not 1 or a 30. It's either one.
That was
of
a
them.
2.
Plus
Classic
20 for
Trevor
pure
rolls.
awesomeness.
Okay. And no, but you walk up and you sort of knock on this door real quick, and after a second, the handle creaks and it opens, and Forge is standing behind it. He doesn't have the little bracers and his more regular equipment, but he still has those leather pants, and he's got like a little towel around his neck.
Do I still have the pants? Because I
His
changed.
pants.
I have his pants.
I'd say you're probably carrying them around.
Oh, okay, I just have them.
I'm gonna go run over to him.
He actually he opens the door and he sort of looks at the two of you and then kind of does a double take. He goes, Cal?
Yeah. Sorry.
Nick?
I have your pants. If you want those pants back, I know I took them.
He goes, yes, that would be helpful.
Here you go.
And
Pants.
Give him his pants.
They were
and
quite
he sort of
tight.
takes them and just sort of looks for a second before he reaches.
His aesthetic.
Somewhere
would
out
be
He's got a
of
really
David
tiny
Bowie.
package. Because if
Yeah.
you got it like, never mind. Fucking Jesus Christ.
And he puts them somewhere out of view of you, and he goes, and he sort of puts his hands up on that towel around his neck, and he goes,
Is he shirtless?
he's always shirtless.
Shit.
He's literally always shirtless.
He's just steaming this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and he goes, is there anything I can do to help you? And he goes, I didn't know you knew each other. And he goes, and then he actually looks behind you and says, who's your friend there?
Oh, he's someone that fought in the Coliseum. And you know
He goes-
Nick?
He goes,
Oh,
I think he says, yes, you guys had a hell of a match there. That was a bit of a excitement. And he says, I
Thank
know I should be mad at you for fucking up the whole games and all that, but honestly, that was some of the most exciting work I've done all week.
I was just trying to help my
It
friend.
was really a team-based type.
Yeah,
And
totally.
he goes, and then he goes, but yeah, I've met Nick before, and he actually kind of reaches. He goes, oh, wait a second, and he walks back and he comes back with this little
Oh, you still have it.
blue felt, this blue piece of
Oh.
fabric, and he sort of shows you Nick and then puts it back.
I want to be wisdom. I'm not mad at him. I like him. That's fine.
Okay.
Well, we're trying to get back into the loft, and I know I returned your papers, but we need to get in there because we have some unfinished business with the temple. If there's any way you could give us just a recommendation.
Temporary papers.
He goes, I suppose I could do that. And he says, that is something I could do. And he says,
He states it again.
But
Yeah.
and he goes, but
And there we go.
I'll be honest with you. I don't get a lot of interesting fights anymore. He says,
Ow.
and he says, I'm having a bit of a down day. And he says, Cal, your fighting in the ring there was,
Shit, I died.
he says, it
I
was
died.
quite interesting. Haven't seen something like that in a long time. He says,
Slap
Would-
fights?
he says-
I just love to slap people.
he goes, I'll give you your papers. And he says, temporary of course, but I'd like to spar with you first. If we could arrange that.
wait, if what happens if he loses?
I'm dead. No, it's a spar, so it's like just
He says, yeah. He says, just
wooden shit.
he says, I'm just interested in knowing the full reaches of your fighting prowess.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Cal, can
Oh,
I pull Cal aside for a second?
Sure.
Oh wait, no, that's a really bad idea. No, I might try to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm pulling you aside. Yeah. Okay, I pulled you aside. Are you sure that you want to do that? The whole horn
It's
thing.
the only way we're gonna be able to make it into the loft.
Well,
Ryan can fight it
what?
and get murdered.
I didn't pull you aside.
Just really good hearing. She's like all the way across the room.
I actually could probably hear you now.
What if? I don't want to say that. I'll fight him or Nick will fight him, but what if
I'm good at fighting.
He wants to fight me, and
What if
I'll tell him
he
beforehand.
just wants to see you fight? What if you fight us? You'd be less likely to turn then. Why would you be angry? Why would you
Please
be?
stop.
You wouldn't be angry then. He'd still see you fight, see how you fight. That's all he wants.
No, he wants to fight him.
He wants to fight me himself.
That could turn bad. You know it. I know it.
Maybe if we have wooden weapons, it's
I don't know, man. You get hit once in the face.
I
or
have an
something.
idea. We fight. You're on the sidelines. You stop me.
You think go bad?
Yeah.
I'll
Probably
try not.
get my ass, to be
I'll
honest.
try not to kill you or anything.
Insight
but
9000.
if it comes to it,
Just do whatever you can.
I'm
to
with
say it, buddy.
Forge during this, correct?
Yep.
I would
Okay.
like.
You both are, actually.
They're over there
I spit in my hand.
What?
Oh, mother-
They're over there talking.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'd still be with Forge. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
I just would like to point out, I'll be honest, he is a really good fighter and he's really cool, but you probably shouldn't.
I turn around like, I'm ready. What's she saying?
Yeah,
I'm
no, I like
ready.
that.
Say it
he-
just like
I'm
that.
ready.
But he-
I'm ready.
And you kind of like you hear Cal say that, and Forge kind of looks down at you and smiles, and he puts out a hand and he dances this little flame in between his fingertips, and then just
Do that too.
and sends out this little, and he says, I think I can handle myself, and he says,
I liked him. Now I don't.
Forge, I won't interfere or anything, but can I come into the arena and just stay on the?
Yes, it's
Side.
something. It's something I asked him to do because I have a tendency to
Over exaggerate.
not quite, but freak out a little bit.
he kind of regards, he goes, that's very interesting, and he says, they can be close by. Just keep them behind the outside of the ring itself. We can even put them right by the Colosseum.
Just make sure
If that would make you feel
Just make
better.
sure the gate is open.
Of course.
Thank you.
I don't want that to close. Piss me off.
So and then he goes. He sort of looks at you and he said, and then he puts out an
5
arm
feet
like
on
this
this.
and he says, "Do we have a deal?" And
You got that
and
from-
you slap your hands together
Yeah, that is our thing since you're the.
and you begin preparing for a spar with Forge, which we will see right after this break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We promise. If you just hold on 10 minutes, we'll be right back. And it'll be good.
It'll
All right.
be good.
See you back in 10 minutes. See you in 10 minutes. Welcome back
Welcome back. From the break.
from the break.
From the break.
We had an exciting
I'm
break.
very excited right now.
We went on a roller coaster ride.
Yep.
Log flume, lots of cool stuff. Merry-go-round.
Yep.
Yep.
Right
It
over
was really
there.
fun.
We,
It was just
we
like
had a fight
upstairs.
with Arthur.
Outside.
That's
Curtain.
quite outside.
Curtain. Yep.
Curtain.
Curtain. Oh, close the curtain more. Soundproofing. Yay, guys.
Woo!
Welcome to our new studio where we got the bests of the best.
Yeah.
All
Anyway,
right.
Our soundproofing is curtains.
It works.
The best of
lots
the
of
best.
curtains.
It works.
All the curtains.
Curtains
One,
So many
two,
curtains.
3, 4,
God, we actually do have a lot
5,
of
6.
curtains.
We have a lot of
technically.
curtains. All right, let's pick it up. No more curtain talk.
We should get some more curtains.
7.
Fucking Jesus Christ, guys.
We don't have enough curtains.
Why
Guys,
am I
guys,
friends with you?
I don't know. Anyway,
we don't have enough curtains, but that's not the
Because
point.
you need
All
a
right,
DM.
let's
point-
go.
so we return to a much less curtained world where.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is how we're starting off.
Yep, this is how we're starting off. I'm sorry.
Cool.
So you, Cal, you and Forge have headed out to the center of the Marl Ring. It's actually kind of a weird, almost surreal feeling because the stands are completely empty. It's just you and him at the center of this big sand lot with those little rocks sticking out every now and then. And which one is yellow?
There we go. That's
The
yellow
last
enough.
one.
And Cal or Orion and Nick are right within the reaches of the gate there. And you and Forge have both discarded your weapons. He's left his bracers behind.
We're just gonna fucking face to fist.
No, you each have those little like training
Okay.
swords,
Wood
where it's
the
like
wood ones?
it's just a wooden stick basically.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I'm just gonna fucking touch him anyways.
and you phrasing. No, don't make that
Don't even
hand
make that
motion.
motion.
Don't make that hand motion. Would that
Ready?
work?
Continue.
Would that work?
Yes, it would work, and it would hurt
No,
very bad.
that's bad. But
Double damage.
but you and Forge have walked to the center of the ring, and he's sort of idly He's got the wooden stick in one hand. He's kind of tapping it on the ground and spinning it around a little bit, and then he abruptly sort of draws a line in the sand, just to point it at you, and he says, "All right, nothing fatal."
I'll try.
He says, "But I don't want you to hold back on me. All right, Cal?" And he says, "This is an all-out fight. I won't hold back, and I don't want you to either. Okay? Block what you can, dodge what you must."
Okay, sounds pretty good to me. We'll see how it goes.
And he goes,
Like stressing it.
"Excellent." And he points a hand to the side, back where Nick and Orion are standing, and he sort of twists his hand and snaps his fingers. And Nick, Orion, the port close above you briefly shimmers with this little white fire, and then under the ground in front of you, and then that one of those arcane locks appears on
Wait,
Nick.
he fucking.
And he kind of looks at you, and he starts kind of prepping himself into like a fighting stance, and he goes, "I'm sorry, I can't have him stopping you. Okay, I hope you understand."
Oh
And
no, motherfucker.
Can I run? Like, can I try to run up so I could like
Oh, now he's
find
dead.
another way in?
And he preps. Yeah, you can start running to try and find another way in.
Get up there so I can
Fucking
jump down.
thank you.
Yeah, you can work on it. And he starts prepping himself to fight. Roll initiative.
Oh my god!
Let's get a high initiative roll for the first time in forever.
Wait, should we do it?
Wait.
Does this deserve a wee boy?
I think it needs.
No.
You guys aren't in battle. Don't worry.
That's
Alright.
true. I guess.
14.
Nice.
14. Not
Alright.
bad. Plus nothing.
Oh.
So you go first, Cal.
Oh yeah.
Finally!
I'm happy with that. Okay. So
He charges towards you with this little wooden stick raised, but you act first.
okay. He's charging towards me. Is
Yep.
he, okay. So I'm gonna run up. Actually, hold on a second. Things are falling.
Trevor.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith, and so I get +2 to my AC,
All right.
and I'm gonna continue.
Hey.
Yeah, do it.
Battle music.
Sounds.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, the battle music is not
Very-
super badly in the beginning.
That's
It
fine.
picks it up.
All right.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I'm
so
gonna
as
cast
you
Shield of Faith.
Yeah, as you charge forward, you start to wreathe yourself in that little shimmering flame. And what do you do?
And I am going to. I'm going to use my other bonus action. I think I can do that. Wait, let's see. So War Priest, when you use the attack action, make one weapon attack as a bonus action. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to run up to him and just try to slam him straight into the chest with it.
All right.
Damn.
Roll to hit. For this one,
What's the damage? Would it be like a D4 plus 1? Because it's just a wood
yeah.
sword.
And to hit, well, I'm just trying to calculate the hit. I'd say we can have your proficiency bonus for this.
Okay.
Just don't add anything besides proficiency.
Well, I want to make that clear.
Don't add anything like
or
my
just
strength bonus?
proficiency strength.
Okay.
No extra bonuses for the weapon.
They're
Natural 20.
Natural.
Yes.
Damn.
they're
All right.
They're wooden weapons, or are they like just really blunt weapons? Because I know that
they're
they
wooden.
used to
They're
do
wooden.
They're wooden.
one. Okay.
Okay. So
I was wondering.
it's doubled, right?
Yep.
Would I add anything to the roll itself? Okay, so it's 4
Or
damage
just normal damage calculate. I think you had like strength.
plus my strength to.
Is that how you normally calculate damage? I
No,
think-
that's how you
It depends
calculate
on
unarmed
your
damage.
class.
Okay. Yeah.
So
No
you
then. So how much damage was it?
4 damage.
4 damage.
4 bludgeoning.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action.
Didn't you already use that for Shield of
I
Faith?
have War Priest.
Oh
allows
right.
me to use it again.
Damn, I forgot about that.
And I am going to. I'm gonna just slap him across the face and cast Inflict Wounds. I'm gonna cast it at second level, which means it's 4d10. So eat that one.
Waiter,
and then,
use your timer.
Oh yeah, my thing's gone, right? When I slam into him, it probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so my eyes have turned.
Whoa.
red.
I'd say.
What?
Yeah.
My horns.
That's
have gone out.
instant.
Yeah.
So, what was it? It was 4d10. Shit. Yeah. So.
You need another D10.
I gotta find some d10s here, guys. That's a d10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright.
Well, did he hit?
He just has to touch him, so you don't have to roll.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Whoa! 1, 9, 10, 7. That's 27
Mine
points
is,
of
mine
necrotic
is
damage.
really
Holy
good.
Christ, dude. 27. Damn. All right.
Much damage. Anyway.
And I'm going to. Wait, am I up against him right now? I'm up right
Oh,
next to him. I'm going to do nothing. Boomskis.
All right. He's gonna use his reaction.
His reaction?
Yes.
Mm, really
And he, when you use inflict wounds on him like that, he kind of staggers back. But then he points a finger at you. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
He's literally gonna use. Wait. Is he?
Just
He's
make
literally gonna
your-
use what I was just about to use. Dexterity.
Are we coming on finding a way in
it's only
there?
a dex saving throw at 9.
Yeah, wait, can me and
Okay, I
Nate
make it.
like roll
I make
something
it.
to see if we get turns?
How we're
or-
doing
What'd
on
you roll?
finding a way.
His attack
11.
save is 14.
Really? It's
Yeah.
9.
For you,
Not for him.
He's not at you.
I know, but I thought it was 9 for everyone.
No.
I have. You can look. It says attack save dex 14.
Oh shit. Okay. So I rolled an
You were
11.
so confident.
You what?
I rolled an 11.
11.
Shit.
So you take.
Yeah, that's fucking.
So you are briefly wreathed in hellish flames.
Is that 2d10
Um,
or 3d10? What level are you casting it at? Okay.
And you take 4 damage.
Oh yeah,
This
get
is
him with
nothing
that.
lethal.
Yeah, man, I rolled.
Terrible.
I just realized I rolled. Oh no, those are d10s. I rolled. I thought I'd rolled 2 d12s and still got a 2 on both of them. I'm mixing up my die.
It's still not that good for D10s.
It's really bad for d10s because I'm apparently terrible at.
That's what I got on my
attacking.
HP last level, though. No, I got a 1.
Yeah. So it is Forger's turn now.
Yep.
And he
Think the same thing.
he's going to charge forward and he's gonna swing right at you. Rolled. Wait. Oh, I don't have it entered in, so it's 16.
Nope.
Damn.
18 now.
Nice. So he makes this upward or downward chop towards you, and you just bring up that wooden sparring sword to parry his blow, and it's your turn.
I am. He'd get an attack of opportunity if I just walk backwards, right?
Yeah, unless
Okay.
you use the disengage action.
No. So I'm going to cast spiritual weapon.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah, let's
gosh.
go.
Oh shit!
So
Should I get it? Out of the
yeah,
box?
fuck yeah, boy. See, Arthur's the only one who hasn't seen it.
It's really cool.
Boom, spiritual weapon.
Yeah, he showed us.
Cast. And it's right down next to him there.
In front of you.
Right to my left. Right next to him.
This billowing shape bursts into view beside Cal.
That's cool.
Forge.
It's like,
and
yeah, it's just got giant flaming wings. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, it's kind of like what the fear looks like.
A little bit.
Okay, so that was my bonus action, and now I'm going to use, I think, does it cost a bonus action to attack with it? You create a floating vegetable within range for the duration spell. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. Okay, so you need to make a melee spell attack. I don't think there's any. Yeah, so there's no bonus. 17.
Nice.
Yeah. To hit. Yeah,
Yep.
that hits. Well, that
Okay.
ties.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah.
So that's 1d8.
What's
plus-
your armor class? 16.
Okay, so that's 10 damage.
All right.
Force damage
From the.
from that. So and now I can use my action to. I'm not gonna get any damage out of using my sword, so I am just going to. I'm gonna put my hand right against his chest and cast a guiding bolt right into his chest,
All right.
and that is. I have to make a ranged spell attack. Should I get? Can I get advantage because I'm right next to? Or no, that wouldn't be ranged. So just a normal one. Okay, so that hits, so it's 17.
Damage?
Yep. No, 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I
And
mean,
then
it ties
it's
again, but
2, 3,
3d12?
These are
Four.
just
36.
6.
Oh. It looks like you're bleeding.
5, 7, 11 points of fucking radiant damage.
Yeah, so after you parry this blow from him, you put out your hands and that form appears, and it just like it flaps those wings, and this like buffet of orange fire hits him from the side, and then while he's distracted by that, you cast guiding bolt directly into his chest, and he sort of looks at you and kind of regards you for a second. He sees, and then he puts out both arms like this, and you can hear this, and then and those two bracers he had just shunk back onto each arm.
They fly to him like fucking Iron Man
It's-
2?
No, it's like
Or
in
Iron Man 3. That's
Thor
the
when
third one.
his helmet.
Yeah,
his
no,
hand
in Iron Man he just puts out his hands and all the suit comes on him.
True.
And he charges
it.
forward after
Well,
you
luckily I'm a
attack.
tiefling, so
Oh shit! Do I get fit for?
I get
You
resistance.
haven't used fire. Yeah. And he puts them right up under your chest and is going to try and
Gotta roll above
attack
an
at
18,
you.
buddy. Trevor with his Trevor
So-
rolls, rolling above an 18 is gonna be hard. He's gonna roll a natural.
So I need you to make two.
No, it's on you, man.
Oh,
Two tests. Oh shoot! I don't think I have to spell with me. Hang on. Dexterity saving throw.
2 dex savings.
Two dex saving throws.
What was it? 14 last time?
It might be a different.
Well,
Okay,
it's.
that makes it
Well,
let me-
it's he
Let me check what it is.
15,
It's 13.
15,
That makes it.
and
Ouch.
3. Yeah. Okay, so I dodge 1.
Dodge one, not the other.
Not the
Does
second.
anyone have these? I'll just roll my d6.
God.
Okay. So for the one you succeed on, you take half of 15. So do you round up or down?
Well, I take half of it because.
So 8.
Well, I
Yeah,
take
you
half of it
round-
because I succeeded on it too, right? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying? So that's 8, and then another half, so 4.
Damn. Yep. And then for the other one,
Goodness
so
gracious.
8,
Well, he
9,
rolls
10,
5
11.
times.
11.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then you take half of that, right?
I do take half of that, so that's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Is that six? Yeah, that's is that 6?
So you
or
take
5?
10. No, it's 6. So you take 10 altogether.
Yep. And I'm gonna use action surge to attack
And
again.
Oh, is he a
above
fighter?
action
Yep.
surge.
And he is going to.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
When he hit me last time, I'm going to use my reaction and cast Hellish Rebuke on him.
Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and do that right in the middle of his turn. No, go ahead.
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah.
So Hellish Rebuke, and he must make a Dex saving throw. Come on, Trevor rolls. And that was a Trevor roll.
No, that was not a Trevor roll.
Shit.
23.
Yeah, no. So he takes half as much. So that's what was it? 2d10.
And then it's fire, so he takes half of that, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Wait. Yeah. Thanks. Wait, did I take half of that? I didn't take half
No,
of that.
yeah, you
oh, wait, I
did.
did. Okay. So that's 10. So
3.
yeah, 3.
Three.
3 points of fire damage. Oh yeah, get him with that 3 points.
At least
of
you did it
fire
on his
damage.
turn, though, so that's not quite as bad.
That's true.
Yeah. So he charges forward and he blasts those two flames right into your chest, and you kind of move out of the way, partially of one of them, and then swing around and you put out your hand towards him, and those same hellish flames burn around him for just a second. But I did use action surge, so I still do get to attack.
Yep.
And he flicks that part of his bracer up and pulls this like sharp point on the end of it around, and he's going to
Oh my god.
try and stab you.
Run away, man.
What's the hit? 17 plus 8.
Oh, plus 8. What?
Yeah.
Whoa! Yeah, that hits. You fucking
You
serious?
just need a +1, man.
I've been rolling so bad for him so far. All my rolls so far have been with
Plus
those kind
8?
of bonuses.
What person is plus 8?
A fighter, dude. Fighters are the
Literally,
best at fighting.
Yeah,
And he's probably a higher level than you, too.
he's most definitely.
You take 6 points of.
Okay, that's
Piercing
fine.
damage.
That's fine. That's fine. I
Yeah,
can
you
do
do
that. It's 4. won't let me. D&D Beyond. There we go. Okay.
So maybe at
It's
this
great.
point, could Nate and I maybe roll something to see if we can get
Can we
actions
get there
in
yet?
here, or,
Yeah,
like,
No, I don't.
Go ahead and roll
Now I wanna
athletics,
kill him.
both of you.
Athletics?
Can I
Is it my
roll
turn?
acrobatics instead?
No. Well, depends on how you're trying to get out.
19.
With lots
Plus
lots of
4.
Plus
flips.
4.
I
No,
think
wait,
this is
plus
a running
6.
thing.
Yeah.
25.
25, damn. Yeah.
Oof.
4.
Oof.
No. So Orion, actually, you
just,
guys,
like,
when this
completely
portcullis went down,
scales
you
it.
kind of like panicked and started running to try and find your way up into it. Orion's actually made it pretty far. You're heading like out around the edge of it to try and get back to that staircase you remember. I'm gonna say you're not gonna make it this round. You will make it next. So
Hold
if
on a
you
second.
wanna roll initiative right now, you
This
can.
motherfucker just used blades and he said no fucking lethal shit, asshole.
You used inflict wounds, buddy.
First, you did that
Yeah,
first.
you
That was
did
the
that.
first thing you did.
Necrotic.
You did 27 points of damage. You did
I just got a
6
nat
or 4.
20, so 22 for
You don't add to it now.
For what? What are you rolling for?
initiative.
Oh, initiative.
I do.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hold on.
22.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay, never mind.
Like,
But
I
it's
think,
still my turn, right?
yeah, I'm not even in yet.
Yep.
I know
Um,
exactly what I'm gonna do.
No, not quite yet.
Don't fucking shoot him or anything. I'm doing this fair and square.
Think about it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
use my
stop
bonus
moving.
bonus action to use
I'm being serious. Think about
second
it.
wind. So
I know what you're gonna do. Don't do it. No, you're not gonna do it. Yes, you're gonna change your fucking phone number.
so yeah. So I use second wind, so you actually see he kind of in response to that hellish flame, you can see his brow almost like sets in determination. And mechanically, I recovered 19 hit points.
What? Are you fucking serious?
That's literally the sexiest thing he's done yet, and that's it.
We really need
Shut up.
Busto.
Alright, my turn?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm
Hi.
going to cast Healing Word on myself. Actually, oh, wait, is... Okay, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself,
All right.
and that's 1d4 plus 4, so...
Oh shit.
Roll well, motherfucker. That's
Nice.
8, thank
Oh,
God.
thank goodness.
8. Okay, so now... I'm gonna make an attack... Okay, so now I'm gonna attack him with my wooden sword again.
Yep.
So just straight up attack. Natural 20,
Natural 20.
and that's
Pretty good.
Oh, man.
I would say that maybe hits, perhaps.
4 plus... Or 4... 8,
No.
8 points of damage. 8 points of
Okay.
bludgeoning damage.
And I'm gonna use parry too. So
What the fuck is that?
It's a fighter thing.
yeah,
If
it
you ever
means
played a
I
fighter,
get to
you would
reduce
know.
the number of damage by
Yeah,
however much I roll in my
I
security
didn't know
door.
they had that.
So I get to reduce it by 9.
Oh, so there's
I
literally no
called it.
damage. So
you
he
take
gets
a point
points
of
back.
damage, yeah.
Yeah,
He gets a fucking one
It
health
hurts
point
him.
back.
No,
My natural 20.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's how that works?
Yeah, no, that's
can parry.
exactly how that works.
I didn't even. I only rolled a 5.
Okay, so now I'm gonna use my war priest again.
So yeah, so as you,
Fighters
you,
are
you
awesome.
swing down towards him, he blocks that with the wooden training sword and sort of moves out to the side of you.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my war priest again, so I can use my bonus action, and I'm going to I'm going to use my spiritual weapon to attack him.
Sure.
Get up close in there and attack him.
Ouch.
Wait,
Plus 10.
thank you, Nate.
Same.
A melee spell attack. Okay, so that's a weapon.
Unfortunately, no.
I love those smiles you do like,
So
well.
yeah, so another one of those bolts of fiery energy comes from your spiritual weapon, but Forge like drops to his knees and it flies over his head.
That's so cool.
He's literally so.
He's such a fucking
all I
ass.
can think of is like, I can so see that.
Okay. He's not right next to me still, is he?
No, he is.
I moved away. Okay, I can't do anything yet.
Am I in now? Or next turn?
Don't.
It's
don't
after
ruin
his
this for
turn.
me.
After his turn.
You're about to die.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna fucking fight him, and if he knocks me out, then he's a better fighter than me. He's the best fighter in the entire city. Fucking shut up. I'm level 3. Get out of here. He's probably like level 5. 6. 7.
I like how saltily you said he's the best player in the city. No, Forge actually He takes a step back and he readies another one of those like sharp points on his other bracer.
So +8.
Um,
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
And then he charges towards you, and he shut up. He jumps towards you, and you kind of put up like your sword to block, but this like halo of fire around him goes like this, and just and he bounces up another spot over you, before dropping down and bringing those two daggers
Oh my
towards
God,
your
that's so
back.
cool.
Oh, he's
Um,
behind me now?
He jumped
Yeah.
over
Oh,
you.
fuck.
Well, I rolled a 3,
Oh,
so
yeah.
9, 10, 11.
No,
So no.
fuck you.
A 17, so
No,
one of them
hits.
hits.
Oh, wait, you rolled a 17.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, so let's see. So 4, and I'm gonna use menacing attack. So you take 4 points of damage.
Yep.
Fighters are
Um,
badass.
They
They're-
suck, I hate them.
Everyone should play a fighter.
4 points of damage, yep, go for it.
And I get to add this to this roll,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's easy.
So
You're gonna be
you
Don't
take
say
4,
that.
5,
That
6.
was-
You take 10 points of damage total. 4 points.
In total?
4
Oh,
points from the
you didn't
dagger,
look at it.
and you took
I didn't.
6.
That
from-
wasn't a roll. I was just dropping it.
Would have been a decent roll.
So what was it? So I took 4 and then 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to make a DC saving throw. Or wisdom saving throw.
Got him. Okay. Yeah, that's just like 12.
12. So you're not frightened.
Well, the other one would have been better, but it wasn't a roll.
So you're not frightened, but
Oh, it's a low DC.
it's a pretty low DC. So you're not frightened, but you still do take the damage.
Was that the damage?
The 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
6. Yeah. So, man, I don't know how to flavor text. He stabs you, and it's scary.
Ah!
I gotta expend another superior dice.
My turn?
Yep.
Or wait, no, it's Orion's turn.
Oh yeah, no, it is Orion's turn. You're
There.
Orion is up
I can't hear you.
the
Oh,
edge
dude.
of the Coliseum over here.
Am I like in the ring yet?
Nope. You're right at the edge of the ring.
Could I run in?
You can jump off the wall in.
How far is that?
I think we said it was like 12 feet.
So I wouldn't take damage, would I?
No.
Well,
Well,
that's 6 times your height.
I'll have you roll, make a dex saving throw. Oh, that is a good point.
I'm super strong. I
yeah.
can take it.
It's
You can
literally
jump off. Just
six-
make a dex saving throw.
literally
Can I do athletics instead?
No. You're just lucky I'm
Screw
not
you.
making you roll acrobatics.
It's literally 6 times your height, dude.
16?
16. All right.
Come on, man.
You're not gonna take damage, but it is gonna be your movement.
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I don't want you to. fucking
So
do that.
you actually, Orion has come around to the edge, and he drops off the wall. But the landing kind of drops him off balance, and he has to spend a second coming
Although,
back to his
you know
feet.
what I'm gonna do?
Yeah. Use your action to
God damn it,
dash.
Ryan.
Yes!
Everything up.
Wait, I can have a reaction.
I literally say this every
What?
time.
Orion fucks
I thought you said
everything
reaction.
up.
No,
Orion
use your
fucks
action to dash. Dash is an action you can take.
No,
Yeah, it is.
that's not what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
What do you think?
Crossbow.
Woof.
I'm gonna use my animal transformation to
Oh,
turn
no.
into a polar bear.
How big?
Large.
All right.
8 feet.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's the part I don't like.
Dies instantaneously.
Yeah.
What is
Natural
the
one.
Constitution for?
Fuck, I really
Well,
wish it was a natural
14. So
14.
I got over.
Yeah, so you succeed. So Orion, over in the edge, he puts down his hood upon standing up, and you can see that like white hair on top of his head kind of ripples, and then his form shimmers, and he grows into this form of a polar bear.
And can I like roar really loud?
Hell yeah,
Yes.
dude!
Roar.
It's so fucking cool. It's a polar bear.
My hair, my white
I'm
hair.
pissed. I want to fucking fight this guy. He's fucking it up for me.
And then
I don't care if
I can
wanna
use
die.
bonus action, right?
To do what? Only-
Enable Crimson Right on my claws on my right.
Is Crimson Right a bonus action?
It is a bonus action.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna enable my acid crimson right on my right hand claws, and
That's-
so they can like drip.
Hell
turn
yeah.
green and like
He
drip.
fucks everything up, but that's still pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
You
have
can't
to give
beat
him
that, man.
You have to give him that. That's pretty. He just jumped into your Coliseum,
Turned into a polar bear, an 8-foot polar bear from a 2-foot gnome.
Yeah.
And then now has acid green
Dripping.
claws.
Yeah, that's okay. He's pretty.
And
kill
roared.
He's
What's his HP? Can I?
Doesn't matter, man. You don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Give me a chance.
Did
Can
he-
I do?
take off your
Very upset.
take off your HP for Crimson Ray.
Oh yeah, let me.
Can I do
You can what?
anything?
I'll say you'd make it
Ouch.
there next round. But
Wait, I don't
I'm
know
being
if it
very
does.
nice. That was
yeah,
a 4.
no, of course.
Yeah, so Cal, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to. So we got 19 HP back, right?
Yep.
I don't know what I want to do. Oh, would that have made anybody look?
No, we're just fucking fighting.
They're
here.
pretty focused.
Yeah,
That was a
there's
loud
no way.
roar.
Rawr.
It's a polar bear,
They're
man.
used to
Give us some
shit like
emphasis.
that,
I'm
probably.
going to cast Healing Word on myself again.
Alright.
Is that a cantrip?
Oh, you fucking asshole. No, it's not. It's, I got 5 HP back. That's super helpful. I'm gonna die. 5 HP. And then, that was my bonus action. And then as an action, I'm going to... cast... Toll the Dead.
Icon.
Ding da ding da ding da ding, and he has to make a.
We need to get
wisdom
it going.
saving throw.
Alright. Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
+0, so. That's a 4.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I need to get new dice. No, it's not even. It's just me. It's just
Yeah.
me.
It's
really
a
excited right now.
roll.
That's a 4. 4 damage. Yep.
Oof.
Fucking amazing. Fucking fantastic. Love this game.
So I rolled a 4 on a d20.
I rolled a 4 and a d12.
His is worse.
I know, but I rolled a 4 and a
Earlier you rolled
damage.
a 2 on a D30.
Yeah, so you put out a hand and that gonging sound,
Ding,
or the
ding,
bells
ding,
come
ding.
again, and you see Forge kind of hunch over again as the wounds you've already opened kind of pull themselves further. Is that your turn?
I use my bonus action.
Yep.
To do what?
Yep. To healing.
No reaction. Fuck, I can't do that. I'm gonna die.
Save it.
Alright, I'm just gonna hope he doesn't fucking hit me. I don't need help. I would rather have him beat me because he's a good fighter. Fuck you.
The way your guys are fighting, it looks like you're about to kill each other.
He's not going to. It's gonna fucking revive me.
This looks lethal to me.
Not to Cal.
If I wouldn't have to do anything athletic or anything at all to do this thing,
What?
when can I do it?
What thing?
I need to do it. If I want to do it, I can say it.
Oh, it might be something she gave.
I'm gonna need a little more.
Alright,
like,
just
what do
fucking
you?
go whisper to him.
I'm not gonna go.
You want?
with
You are?
it.
What? What was your question?
I don't have to move in order to do this thing. So can I do it?
You want to roll initiative for me?
Yeah.
Do you understand
Good
it?
idea.
No, I have literally no idea what
One
she's
thing
talking
I'm
about.
good at. Well,
7.
7.
7.
Insight.
So
That is the one thing I'm good at.
you can do it after his
Absolutely.
turn.
That's all. Yeah.
So you do know what she's talking
I have no idea what.
Oh,
she's
she
talking
just
about.
rolled
Well,
initiative.
you guys will all see.
I think it's
Okay.
insight. 'Cause that's the
about.
way
I'ma
she-
die. I don't care. Fuck you.
You don't know what I'm gonna do yet, so give me a break.
Fuck
Uh,
Swear.
Forge is gonna charge forward and swing that training sword at you again.
Ah, training sword.
Yeah.
Finally.
Delicious.
Fuck face.
It's a 13 plus 8.
Oh my god, why does he get plus 8?
Because he's a
But
fighter. Fighters are
they-
the best at fighting.
They
I don't know how to
It's in
explain
the
this to
name!
you.
insane bonuses, man.
8? He didn't fucking hit the first time.
I rolled really bad the
He
first
rolled
time.
a 3.
So it's a plus 5 points of damage.
What'd you add? Plus what?
2.
Why plus 2?
Because he's better at fighting
It's a
than you.
fighter. Like
That's
fighters.
fucking bullshit!
No,
Oh, wait,
fighters
is that an
are
actual
good
thing,
at
or is that
fighting.
GM discretion?
No, it's an
Okay,
actual thing.
So 3 plus
He has
6.
bonuses to his attacks.
Okay.
Just died.
I used healing words for a reason, but I'm out now.
Ooh.
All right. I have to do hellish rebukes right after hitting someone. Okay.
And you can only use it once per long rest.
Right.
He's gonna do.
All right.
Gamer.
Yeah. No. He's just gonna kind of
Be an ass.
back up again and ready himself for your next attack.
Okay. Back up, like actually, like back up.
No, just
Get ready.
sort of like.
Fucking opportunity
Oh,
attack.
wait, he'd be behind you now.
Yeah, he would
True.
be behind me. Opportunity.
No.
Can't see me coming.
Nick,
Yeah.
Bow.
time for
bow.
your
The
mystery.
thing we're
check.
all waiting for.
Okay, so here's the thing. So I'm sort of like, I couldn't run fast enough. I have little legs and I'm
Yeah.
not. And I'm sort of like watching through the portcullis a little bit. And
Yeah, you can watch through one of those windows on the
yeah,
side.
I don't think I know really what I'm doing, but I throw out a hand and I cast darkness on Forge.
All right. What is that?
So this is a 15-foot sphere around
yeah,
a point of my choice.
Oh, so just like
Which
me
will
too.
move with him.
I'm trying to figure out if I have dark vision.
Dark vision doesn't count in this. It
Okay.
It's complete.
totally
pitch black.
deletes dark vision.
Is it
10 minutes is the duration of it.
okay? It's gonna affect Cal too, right? Or
I mean, he can move out of it though. It's focused on
True.
Forge, so it will move with Forge
Okay.
15 feet around him.
Oh,
Is it-
really? It's focused on a single person?
wait,
Yep.
let me.
I can put it on anyone or anything.
And he gets disadvantage on all of his attacks, right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Is
we need to
it
talk
so?
again
It's
later.
it's a magical darkness, so it can't be like lit up.
Yeah, it's
Either?
It's literally like
Unless
essence of
unless
darkness.
you use
dispel magic.
unless you use dispel magic.
Non-magical light can't illuminate it.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. So Cal, out there, you well, I guess you would totally be aware of it, but this just wrapping blackness of inky dark starts to surround both you and Forge. Yeah. Orion, it's your turn though.
How far am I?
I don't know, like 40 feet? Can't really tell.
40.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
I'm gonna
Okay.
run up 25. So that would keep me right outside of the range of that sphere, right?
Well,
I have discretion.
Yeah.
Don't.
Just outside.
barely.
It was very unexpected.
And he has to rethink his entire plan.
No, you don't know what my plan was, so shut up. Ooh!
New plan.
Could I try to like? I have the advantage on all the perception checks that go on hearing and smell, right?
Yeah.
Could I like smell my way through there?
That's so clever.
Actually, that's smart.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a good point.
You wouldn't get
this is
disadvantage
this
on
is
that.
another question I had. I have proficiency on perception checks with smell and hearing. I already have perception proficient, so would I just add my proficiency bonus again?
Man, you just said a lot
My
of words at
perception
once.
is I'm proficient in perception,
Yeah.
but then with the animal transformation, I would gain proficiency again. So
So
would I
it's
just
expertise, so it's double proficiency.
double proficiency bonus?
So it's 4 plus 4.
Yeah,
Just say
okay.
yes.
Okay.
You literally
Just say
can't
yes.
see though.
I don't know. I'll look into that after the stream, but for now, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
That is
So
actually a thing, I think.
would I just roll like perception to see if I can smell where everybody is?
Sure.
Sweet.
Not once.
14.
14.
Not the best, but I could get a general idea.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna say you can kind of distinguish between where they are, but you're still gonna have disadvantage on attacks. Is that how dark? Is it just the effects of blindness?
Did that
Blindness
count, did
isn't
that
that
count
big
as
of
an
a deal.
action or anything?
What?
Blindness isn't that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, not at all.
What?
Oh,
Did
Sorry.
that
shut
count
up.
as an action or anything?
Keep asking.
To make perception. Probably. Yeah. I think
That's
so.
fine. I'll
Took you guys a minute.
I really want to do this, but I'm not gonna. So go ahead. I'll pass my turn.
Okay.
The rest of it.
Cal, it is your turn.
Okay.
There's
going
a
to-
very sudden, complete blackness.
My spiritual weapon wouldn't have disadvantage, right? Because it's magically guided. It's not actually something that I need to see out of. It's just an attack.
I don't know. Is it an entity of its own, or is it?
You create a floating spectral weapon, and it's not. It never. You can move the weapon and attack against a creature within 5 feet. You make a magical melee attack.
I don't think it's still within 5 feet of him though.
It can move.
Well, it can move. It can
Oh,
move
yeah.
20 feet. So I'm gonna use my action to disengage and get out of the sphere.
How far?
So 10, 20 feet. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon right
Yep.
up next to him and attack him.
All right, go ahead.
Is it disadvantage? Or would it not be? Because it's magically
Yeah,
guided.
I don't think so.
You don't
It
think
seems
so?
to be like a sphere of influence kind of thing, less than a actual attack.
Literally, even our cool new things work well together.
Natural 20.
He did.
My
Holy
go-
fuck, I
that's
keep getting
3.
natural 20.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so that's
I'm gonna take away those
16.
dice. 16. All right, damn.
Really special.
So-
What fire, right?
Is it fire?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Radiant.
The fuck is that? It's magic damage.
Magic.
It's not.
Wow, that's really specific.
It's not a.
Oh, it's an evocation. So force damage. Force damage.
Force
That's
damage.
what it
All
is.
right. Yeah. So you don't see, but you do hear this just from within the sphere of darkness. What?
Does the sphere move as if he just went push?
Yeah, yeah. I'd say the sphere moves maybe a foot or 2.
He has no idea where I am either.
That's a good point.
He can't smell.
It's
me.
literally such a cool spell.
I'm gonna back up and I'm done with my turn. I'm gonna look at Orion and put my hand out and just.
Are you in control right now?
I would say I'm in enough, right? Can I make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, he's gonna attack me.
Oh shit. It's 15. Should I roll again? Well, it's 15 plus 1. It just rolled off on the
Yeah. Go ahead and roll it again.
Okay, so that's 11.
You should have kept the 15.
Well, I
No, we have to
I
roll.
know,
You
but
can't
just
roll.
keep
I
things
know,
like
I
that.
understand, but it wasn't on the floor.
Yeah. So
Wouldn't be enough to snap out of it, but would it be enough to be like?
Not attack me at least.
I'd say it's enough. I'd say it's enough to kind of it's not exactly as dignified as that, but you kind of just look at him and just like glare, and then yeah, basically like almost a very predatory. This is my kill, not yours, sort of
Yeah.
vibe.
There we go. Snazzy. I like that. All right, I'm done with my turn.
All right.
Now he can't see shit. He has no idea where to go, and he can't attack
He
my.
can't-
He
he
can't
can't run
attack.
out of it
He
either.
can't attack my spiritual weapon, and he can't leave
But
it.
he can't leave
You're
it.
welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you use a dodge as a reaction? Is that like a thing that happens?
What?
Is a dodge a reaction?
I don't.
Because if he came close to me, I'd just pop out of the way. Is that a thing? Maybe not.
You guys are the ones with the character sheets.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to
just-
figure that out.
Mine's acting all
Do
wonky
his-
today,
do his
but I'll
thingy.
figure it out.
Yeah. So. Okay. So Ford, he doesn't know where you are. How do I?
You can't. He would just move it. Just roll and move him in a random direction.
Good luck,
Yeah.
man.
I need something to roll to decide how good of a direction he does.
I got a 1. Which way would that go?
North.
What? I don't know. I'm trying to like roll perception to see if he can hear or something.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess
like,
perception.
Hear what you did.
Okay, so is this 20? Not nat.
That's really good.
Well, he hears the polar bear, and he hears something else.
How would you know he hears the polar bear?
I'm gonna say
It's
he.
a
Fucking
polar
You
bear.
just said 5 seconds ago. Do I scare him? Because I'm being really loud.
It was actually like 12 seconds ago.
I'm gonna say
at the beginning
he
of my
heads
first
in
turn,
your
when I
direction,
moved.
but not like
At me.
yeah, competently enough to actually hit you. But he is. What's his move speed? 30 feet. 30 feet. So 5 and 30. So
He just runs past me.
Pretty much. I think you're.
But
in
you're
it,
still
though.
in the circle now.
Yeah, I'll just move out of it. He's
And
not next to me.
because I'm using evasive.
Wait a
footwork-
second. Can I get an opportunity to act with disadvantage because he ran right past me? It is.
Isn't it running away from you? I think I
No,
feel like we
past.
already
No,
went
it's
over
past.
this.
If
you
they
move
move
running
within
past-
one square of you,
Yeah.
then you can get an
If you
opportunity.
move in
Or
zone
if they're
in it,
disengaged.
He did his
Engaging.
own video. Oh yeah, he did.
So I'm going to cast.
Yeah, he'll know where you are though. Okay.
Ooh.
Right.
But he's not next to me. So he just kept running after I hit
If
him.
you fucking stab him as he goes by, he's gonna
No.
figure
Not
it
if I
out.
cast Toll the Dead. Blah, 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 blah.
Ooh, oh my
That's
god.
a really
Sure.
good.
It's a spell. Alright, wisdom saving throw as you run past.
Okay, well, you didn't let me finish the evasive footwork thing.
Fuck the evasive footwork.
It
Fuck
means
his stupid
you're gonna
fighter
care
bull-
because it means I get to roll the superiority and add it to my AC.
fighter
Dick
bullshit.
shit.
Fucking
Dick.
fighter.
Okay, so that's a 5. So his AC is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
He's literally so.
His AC is
cool.
22.
Yes.
Well, he just needs to make a wisdom saving
Yeah.
throw anyway. so
Whatever.
It doesn't
do
matter.
anything. You
That
got a
one.
nat 1, didn't you?
I'm gonna fucking throw away these dice. That was a 3.
All right, so
Fucking damn it.
let's go with that.
This is really good. This is.
I've rolled nothing.
10 necrotic damage.
I've rolled like 6 things below a 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat Forge, guys.
All right.
Alright, don't say that yet.
not
actually.
alone.
Yeah, knock on wood.
You didn't do it alone.
Yeah, but
You literally. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
all right.
I'm talking about you.
Jesus Christ.
Get so triggered.
Yeah, because everything I say is an attack.
So I'm gonna fuck. I don't have another hellish rebuke. Yeah. Okay.
Your plan doesn't fail in your game, but man.
He's not bad. He's handsome.
He's about to get his face.
Can you read? Is it you just ready a turn? Or you ready an action?
What do you mean? If you hold an action?
You
I've literally
can
never done,
ready
like,
in
player
action.
shit. It says one of the actions in combat is ready.
No, yeah, that's a fighter thing. It's basically like, you're cool.
What?
I never used any of this stuff. I like
I
wrote
think
it.
I think readying an action means that it's like holding one.
No, it's a different thing. So like, it's
Never mind.
one of
Okay.
like the fighter things, like parry and shit.
Oh, I can click on it. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you want to get a
D&D
jump on a foe,
Beyond.
wait for blah blah. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say he readies an action. So he sort of gets low and readies those 2 daggers for in
He
case
has no idea where I am.
something. I know. In case I get to choose an action he'll take in. So in response, I guess. Okay, I'll say in response to taking damage, he will try and attack towards it. All right. Yeah, Nick, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna move on.
Well,
Where is she?
I'm right in the door,
Okay.
like looking in. I know what Cal would want me to do, and I know, what Cal wants, and I've leveled the playing field, so I'm gonna delay my action.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Orion, it's your turn.
How far am I now?
You're an asshole.
Like really far.
Really?
Yeah, he got way far away.
They're
No, no, no.
way
How
better.
far away am I from Cal?
A little ways.
30?
Yeah, take some messages.
I want to run right in front of Cal, like in between those two.
Hey, what's the range on that spiritual weapon?
I can move 20 feet in bonus action.
How close does things at 5 feet? Okay.
It's just a normal melee attack.
Yeah, I want to run right in between, like next to Cal, but like right in between them.
You're
Cal, I
in
want you to
my
make a wisdom
darkness
saving throw for
bubble.
me.
Yeah, I know you're.
Wisdom saving throw?
I thought
Yeah.
you might do that.
Okay, that's fine. That's fucking
Over
23.
23.
Yeah, so where are you going?
I'm gonna go basically in between them and then put like a arm
15, 20.
and put like an arm right in front of
You're a bear.
Cal.
His
A
paw.
bear arm.
It's still an arm. It ends
It's
in
an
a
arm.
paw.
Yeah, I know, but I meant. Just put your paw on my chest. That's what I meant.
No, I don't want to touch you. I'm gonna put it right in front of you.
Okay, fine then. Jesus.
Listen.
Christ.
You both can't like.
See?
Oh crap.
Yeah, you're in my
I gotta
darkness
smell him.
bubble.
Can I smell him?
Sure.
He puts his hand on me and I kill him.
Oh, I didn't smell him.
Yeah, you didn't.
I got a
smell.
nat 2.
You
so.
smell hot dogs off the
So,
distance.
but it would be wait. 9.
No.
With even though I got a nat 2 because I'm so proficient in it.
Yeah, it's still a 9.
It's still I'm right next to him.
That's
You're-
bad.
it's a
It's
9.
below.
My nose is like here on it.
It doesn't matter. It's a 9.
gone-
Accept it.
I should be able to smell it.
No,
accept
just
We've
it.
gone
Oh.
nose
Cal,
blind.
it's your turn.
Okay. So, I am going to back out of the darkness circle. And
Do you
around.
know? Okay.
If
Yeah.
you could just
Well, if he ran that way,
step backwards.
I'm just
yeah.
gonna step that way, away from me, right now, away from Adrian, around, like, in a circular motion behind
5
that small
feet to him.
stalagmite. Behind that small stalagmite. Yeah, there we go. That's good.
You just see a little tail sticking out, a
And
little
then
white tail.
from there, I'm going to cast no spell slots left. I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead again because it's
Alright.
ding da ding da ding, and he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ding da ding da ding.
Bells.
How many of those do you have?
Can't
Fucking finally, that's an 18.
Okay, that makes it. So he takes. Oh wait, no, no, it just doesn't have anything. Okay, so bonus action. I'm going to use my spiritual weapon.
Whip.
Range doesn't. Oh, I can cast it within 60 feet. Okay. So the duration is 1 minute. Is there any way I can't. Can I use my bonus action to take the spiritual weapon away?
To get rid of it?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know how spiritual weapon works.
Wouldn't come back, would it?
Well, I can just cast it next time. Actually, no, I can't, because I don't have any spell slots. So I'm just gonna move it 20 feet towards him. Is that right next to him?
Right next to me.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really close to Orion.
Okay. So nope.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Wait, I have a question real quick. Would I have heard him run away?
Probably.
Because I was right there, so I know like which direction he went.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll perception for Forge again to see if he can try and hear you. He doesn't really smell. That's another 3. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Alright.
Where am I, Forge? I don't fucking know.
Okay, so what's the range on that? So it's 15-foot cone, blah blah. So he's going to point his 2 flamethrowers like this and cast 2 15-foot cones of fire in front of him.
I have half cover.
You do have half cover.
Wait, in front of him.
So does that? Yep.
Oh shit! No, never mind. I don't need that. You're fucking dead.
No, he's wait, isn't he facing the wall? 'Cause that's the way he was running.
Yeah, but you
He
turned
turned
walking
around.
as a bear,
Yeah.
and he ready to.
Dude, bears are quiet, man.
Shut the.
What are you on about?
They're like,
Both of you need to make a
Both of
dexterity
us.
saving throw.
Well, for your weapon, right?
no, my
Oh, your
weapon
weapon
just
can't
is
take damage.
magical. Just goes straight through it.
Yeah, I didn't make it.
Wait, I don't think spiritual weapon has any HP. Yeah, it's literally
Oh,
just.
okay.
I
No.
didn't. I didn't make it.
Doesn't-
You didn't make it.
No, I got a 5.
All right.
As a
I
polar
don't need
bear,
to
are
make
you
one
like
now, right?
super susceptible to fire
4.
damage?
I am.
Oh shit! You might be.
It depends on the type. I have only 2 vulnerabilities: radiant and necrotic.
Well, you take 12 points of fire damage.
That's fine. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't.
Is
I
he
mean, only one
vulnerable?
of them hit you.
Is he vulnerable
That's
to
literally
fire
more
damage?
than
No,
half
I'm
your
vulnerable
health.
to necrotic and radiant. That's it.
It's literally half your health, bro.
No, it's
Well,
not.
he's
It's
also
less
the,
than half.
he-
It's
he's
more
the
than half.
person that made the blood order, so I didn't know if he was just gonna be like, yeah, sure.
Whoa, dude, that's cool. Look at that. You can scroll. You hover over damage and scroll. It does.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's real cool. D&D Beyond's awesome.
D&D Beyond. Sponsors.
All right.
Continue.
Okay. So. Whose turn is it?
I'm gonna move
Technically
again.
still
I don't know how to
making it.
determine like a random direction. I guess probably towards Orion.
Probably. I mean,
If you run into me,
he can't.
He's pretty.
He
much
just runs into
right
a big thing
there.
of fur. He's like,
I'm
"Shit."
8 feet long. Remember, I'm longer than one of those little tiles.
All right.
I can't believe you're fucking this up for me. It's supposed to be 1-on-1.
I mean, you got help from 2.
Being
help from her would have been fine.
respectful.
You fucked up.
I don't like this. Everything out of his mouth is an attack on me.
It's
Well,
because
you were the
she
one
was doing it magically. You came in
Guys.
physically.
Have I
Focus.
attacked him yet?
No,
Focus.
Exactly.
that's fine.
Oh, he's just out in the middle of
He just
nowhere,
runs
man.
around. It's just like.
Am I out of it yet?
Can he
Am
run
I out
into
of
a
it?
stalagmite?
I am, aren't I?
Yeah.
I think now you're out of it.
So I can see everything?
Yeah.
There's this giant weapon right next to me. Holy crap.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
It's Nyx.
I'm dealing. My turn.
All right. Is speaking a bonus action?
Yeah.
All right. So Forge is going to. Wait, I mean, you can't see it, but he's gonna.
Where you at?
He's gonna raise a hand. And he's going to try and shout towards you, Cal. And he's gonna say, "This isn't very sportsmanlike, Cal."
I'm level 3.
Can I talk?
Sure.
In like my huge.
Can you
polar-
talk in Pol-
I
Can you
can.
talk?
I can speak any language that I know.
He's like the guy in
It's just like
Golden Compass.
all I can think of is like
I'm just.
Caesar.
I'm just gonna scream
Planet
out.
Apes.
I'm just gonna go. It's my spell.
Is it? Okay, roll deception.
Cheers.
He still doesn't know I'm there yet.
Good luck.
Okay, so that's actually.
15.
This motherfucker not smart. He's just strong.
He's actually. Yeah, he's.
No.
He can know he knows what's going on.
He knows what's up.
He's not.
Okay,
He's not Busto.
Yeah, he's not busted.
I'm gonna roll history.
No one is Busto.
I'm actually gonna roll history.
Okay.
That's a 19. So that's a 19 plus 1. So he's gonna respond, and he's going to. And so Forge yells back, and he
He's
says,
done this before.
"What?"
Something like this has happened to him before, hasn't it?
No, he
In the
yells back,
forward
and he
game.
says, because you said this was your spell.
Yeah.
He says, "The Fury grants no such power."
Motherfucker, what?
Whoa! It just got interesting.
Can I roll a wisdom saving throw to try to get out of
Sure.
it? Yes, that's fucking 22.
22. Yeah. So I'd say you sort of snap out of it.
Can I kind of?
I know Nick was doing this, right?
Yeah.
'Cause Can
Actually,
I-
I've never cast a spell before.
I know Nick is doing this, right? So can I kind of look over? Are you allowed to turn it off? Just like
I don't know if I would have that control over it yet. Or ever. It's
Is-
there for 10
If
minutes.
she can turn it off, like as soon as it goes away, I'm gonna like snap back into my form.
I'm gonna yell out. How do you know about that?
Are we still in combat?
I don't know.
I-
Keep the initiative roll.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything's just kind of
Things could go badly.
We're like taking a
Um,
break.
But while you're talking, he's going to start walking towards you. So
gonna
you can
stop
see that
talking.
sphere moving. And he's gonna say, but he responds to how you know, and he says, "What did you say exactly again?"
How do you know about that?
He says, "I'm familiar with the subject."
Can I before anybody else says anything? Can I just kind of look and not say anything or make any noise? But if I move my head enough just to look at you, would that get your attention because you're kind of facing me? Because I'm a huge ass bear.
You're blocked by the weapon a
No.
little bit.
You're not the bear.
Yeah, the weapon's just.
Right in your face.
I'm not underneath it at all.
You're a bear.
So
You're
a
standing.
bear's head goes down to like here,
Oh, I thought you were standing.
not on my 2 legs.
Oh, okay. I don't know, maybe.
Can I just kind of like look?
What
at
are you
him?
trying to do? I've completely forgotten
I
what
was
you were
just-
even fucking
I
trying
just
to
kind
do.
of want to look at him and kind of like look towards the door and be like, let's get out of here without making noise.
He's not trying to start.
I mean, yeah, you can look at Cal.
I just want to make sure I have his
Sure.
attention. So
You
I'll
have line
nod.
of sight. You definitely have line of sight.
I'll nod. I'll be like, okay, yeah, sure.
Did you respond to Forge at all, though, or is just
No.
all right?
How close is he?
Like 10 feet.
Is it my turn, by the
Fine,
way, in
dark.
the
It.
order?
I mean, it would be
Was it?
Orion's turn.
It would have been Orion's turn. Okay.
Is it my turn now? Or
Yes, it's your turn.
perfect. Is jumping a movement
Oh wait, no, it's an action.
or lunging?
I think it would be an action more.
Can I just like, with disadvantage of course, but can I like lunge at Forge? And try
Not
to,
15
That's
feet.
a dash.
would it be a dash? Can I dash?
That
at
would be
him?
your action,
That's
though.
a dash action. That just doubles your speed though. So why don't you just
Yeah.
walk over to him?
Fine, I'll walk. I'll run to him because I want to make it theatrical.
Run fast.
Run at him and then just like totally swipe with my both my
Why?
claws.
Never mind. No matter.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, you
Disadvantage,
have
of course.
disadvantage.
No. Like, I still can move to him though, right? Without disadvantage.
Yeah, but you have
Move
disadvantage on the
into
attack.
That's fine. I have double attack because I can attack with both.
So they're both
Both my
disadvantage.
Yeah.
claws. Fine. That's fine. I understand. Seven.
7?
I get +7 on unarmed
Oh,
attacks.
okay. So you hit that one.
Oh yeah.
And
that one. So I got 15 + 7, which is 22 on
Did
the
you-
first one.
Yeah,
Roll to hit?
Yeah.
That was rolling to hit.
Okay, wait. Hang on.
For the first one with my crimson right.
I've got to calculate his AC with evasive footwork.
It's like 20 million,
So
right?
you had
8 plus
20
18,
hit had a
18,
22
19,
to
20,
hit.
21, 22, 23, 24,
And
25.
you don't hit.
Alright, that was with my crimson right.
I rolled really well on everything except
Then
the
I don't hit
D20.
on that one.
Okay.
I
Um,
still make it badass though.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of hard to describe something in the dark.
I don't care. Make it
Um,
what it
The
would
bubble
look like.
moves.
Yeah, you yeah, the bubble shifts a little bit.
Oh,
What could
shit,
be happening?
fuck.
It's a mystery. No, I mean in the bubble, you swing towards him, but he uses that momentum from his current movement to kind of
Like,
just
I like
duck
to think.
under your claws,
Okay.
and then dive to the side around.
I just thought of something. If you have a light in the darkness, would it shine?
it has to be magical.
It is, technically.
What?
My illuminating claws.
Your
Does
claws
acid
illuminate.
glow?
I thought we said
No,
it was
that's not
illuminating acid.
No, I don't.
It's just acid, dude.
I like it.
Yeah, that's
Think
Um,
of that like nuclear toxic waste.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
not acid,
Cal, it is your
though.
turn.
That's
Okay,
radioactive shit.
It's acidic.
I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon towards
Just
me,
corrosive doesn't mean acidic. Those aren't like.
I'm saying it could be.
just right next to him, and then I'm going to move. I'm gonna move to the left more, around behind my spiritual weapon, this way,
That's not
I still thought I had
to my left.
22.
5 and where?
Just back up a little bit. Yeah, like back up one tile. Yeah, there we go. That should be good. And I'm gonna attack him with my spiritual weapon. I was cocked. Not good. Okay. I have my action still, so I'm gonna use my action to cast Toll the Dead again. So wisdom saving throw.
16.
Yeah, that made it. Okay.
He's gonna call out to you again. He's gonna say, Cal, this isn't the rules of our engagement. You're sparring with me for your papers. I'm not sparring with your bear.
You don't know I'm a bear.
I'm gonna call out. I wasn't the one that decided to do this. It was entirely him. I'm sorry. Actually, in fact, we could call it off right now. And I'll get my bear out of here.
And I want to say right then, weren't you the one that said you'd keep the gate unlocked?
You weren't really supposed to interfere. That's fair. That's fair.
If he turned, which
Well,
he
okay.
did.
I don't think.
No, it's if I went.
I
too
don't think
far.
it's equivalent response from. Oh, he locked the gate.
I'm gonna fucking
Probably
kill
could
him.
kill him with a bear.
Well, he locked the gate, which made me think that he was going to try to kill him, and then both of them have pretty bad wounds. So yeah, I
Okay.
think that it's gone too far.
Yeah. All right. Cal, roll
You're
persuasion
almost
for me.
dead.
All right, so that's 10.
10. Yeah. He's gonna pause. He goes. Fine. You've showed your strength.
Oh, he's just gonna have a conversation in the dark.
And he. I mean, you can't see this, but
I can't.
you can hear. He throws his sword, his little wooden sword, to the ground
Oh.
beside him.
I'm gonna have my spiritual weapon come back and like behind me.
Oh, it's like a Pokemon.
If
I
I
love
turn
that.
back, do I still get my clothes on?
Yeah, your clothes are part of
Thank
your.
you.
No,
dress.
it's like the Hulk and you turn back and your clothes.
No, your clothes meld with you for
Good.
some weird
They're
reason.
now like white and furry. Good job.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna stay in the darkness for a few more minutes.
Yeah, so I don't know, it's still super dark around
Yeah,
him.
open
He's
the
probably
door.
just
I
like
just
Let
like
me
put up my
in.
hand like this and
Open the
close my hand.
door.
It's because I know Nick is probably watching.
Open the door.
he you can see this little shimmer around the arcane lock, and then it kind of
I still can't get in. I'm too weak to lift that thing. Does it go up?
yeah, it goes up. It goes,
Yay.
the chains start to wind it back up automatically.
Okay, I'm
By
gonna
the
go.
way, this hand movement meant turn off the fucking
Yeah, I know.
darkness.
I'm gonna go. Can I go in?
Where's Busto?
To the
He's
darkness.
in the jail.
He's going to jail. No, yeah. How? If I dash over there, can I
He's in the jail.
get
Oh, yeah, I
in?
forgot about that.
Yeah, we're out of combat now.
Yeah, right over to him in the darkness.
I mean, you can't see, right?
Yeah, but I like based on where like the radius of the sphere, I know where he is because he's right in the middle. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna go like right on it, like right in, and I'm going to say, I'm gonna say really quietly. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna clean up and kiss his cheek, and the
Who?
spell goes away.
Mother-
Forge.
When I hear
Are
that,
you
when I
fucking serious?
wait, when I hear that, because I'm right there.
You. I guess you have advantage on hearing.
You
Yeah, I
would
do.
hear me say
I
that I'm
guess.
sorry.
And the kiss on the cheek.
Probably
It's
not
not
the
a
kiss
loud
on
one.
the cheek.
I would.
What? Kisses
Probably
make
not.
them.
I
Voice,
make.
you know?
I have.
I'm a rogue.
Can I roll? What if I roll? To hear.
Guess perception.
Yeah, roll perception with expertise.
you
Roll
wanna
for
roll?
ears.
Are you still a bear? Didn't you turn back? Okay.
I asked if I'd have my clothes if I turned back, but I still haven't said that I turned back yet.
I thought you were talking about turning back earlier. The
4
talk.
plus
or something.
7 is
11.
No.
Don't you have advantage?
That's plus 7. I got 4 plus 7.
That's not
Expertise.
advantage. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have expertise.
Yeah. So that darkness sheds around him, and Forge kind of like almost shields his eyes from the sun for a second, before he sees you with your spiritual weapon. And he regards you for a second, and then he starts walking forward towards you, non-threatening. Just
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of head nod to him. I don't know what the fuck he's about to say to me, so.
yeah.
I'm open to
He just
conversation.
approaches you and puts out a hand again.
Aw, he's
Inflict
so-
wounds.
He's literally so sweet.
Yeah. He grabs your hand and he pulls your arm forward and he puts an arm around the back.
Oh,
cool. I'll fucking
he's
sign
literally
that.
so solid.
It was a good fight. I'm sorry they interfered. I didn't want them to.
He kind of like shifts his arms to disengage those bracers a little, and he flexes his hands for just a second, and he does that little flitter of flame goes through, and he kind of, again he goes, maybe like nurses a wound or so, like a
Just
bear
rubs
claw,
his nipple
kind
a
of
little
very
bit.
no like very like bad acting, like rubs one of his bear wounds
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like oh just the agony.
no.
I love him.
And no, but he just sort of shrugs towards you. Can you roll perception for me though, real quick?
Ugh. Oh,
That is
a million.
20.
20. What? Nat? Not Nat. Yeah. So after he embraces you for just a second, he sort of turns around to walk back towards Nick. But with a 20, you notice he's got a couple like minor burns from your things, but with that resistance, none of them have really caught. Except there's one spot right on his forehead where there's an actual burn.
Oh, twins.
But he turns away and walks back towards Nick before you can really get a good
Same,
look.
just one line, right? Is that one line? Is it
You
just-
can't make out what it is. It's too muddled of a
Hey,
look.
Forge. Maybe next time we can actually fight for real. They won't like intrude.
He looks back at you and he kind of
Can I
points.
fucking look at his head now when he looks back at me like?
Sure. Roll perception again.
You don't know that you have that thing on you, correct?
Fucking. What was it? Oh, it was 16.
A 16.
Just really
Well, he's not
focused.
turning away this time. Yeah, it looks kind of like it's sort of already It's already fading away, but it looks like a sort of straight line with maybe some sort of pointed shapes on top.
Does it remind me of anything? Wait, no, because I don't know.
You
do
don't
I?
know.
Fuck.
I know.
You don't
Um,
know.
But yeah, he
Yeah,
points
it
at you
was
and he
on
says,
your head
and he
last time I
kind of
saw it.
he grins a little and he points at you and says, "If we fight for real, you'll die." And then he just turns around and keeps walking away.
I'll like kick the dirt and be like,
Can I walk up to like Cal?
fucking asshole.
I'm not finished.
Neither was I.
Can I walk up to Cal and just kind of still as a bear and be like, so I guess we're not getting our papers?
No. Okay, we'll go forward a little. You guys head back into the like Forge's little room. Still a fight. You're not gonna fit in the room, dude.
I'll stand at
You
the
don't
door.
fit through the door. You're
I'm
out-
going my 10 minutes.
You're not
there.
even in the
I
room.
can stick my head in.
You're not even in the building.
I'm hurt. I have 2 HP by the way.
I have 3.
Oh, I'm so glad. That
What? Are you fucking serious?
It was so close.
What level is he? Can you actually tell me?
No.
What? No. Fucking tell me what
No,
level
I
he is.
can't tell you what level he is.
I beat him. I almost beat him. And I'm level 3.
It was 3
Well,
of you
you-
on
he-
hit on
you-
1.
he
It was
was
3 on
nine.
1 to be fair.
He never hit him, and she literally just made him so he couldn't see.
He also couldn't like hit you nearly as much.
and you did get to.
I'm also level 3. Can we keep that in mind?
That's fair.
No, you did a great job.
I'm just want to also point out that if 2 HP and 3 HP is not critical, then I don't know what is.
That's fair.
Thank you. Go in as long if it gets
No,
looks
I
like
meant
it's
like-
gonna be rough. Okay.
No, I meant like if
2 HP and 3 HP.
I meant like
What's
if
rough?
one of us goes down. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's a good time to go in.
Yeah, that is a good time to go in.
Because it looked like it was a lot more than sparring. So if you were down, he could just.
All right.
Oh, you're dead.
So, wait.
I want to remind you, you started the sparring match by dealing 27 points
Yeah.
of damage.
With inflict wounds.
Yeah,
That's
I
like-
should have done that again. How much HP did he have total?
I can't tell you. Why do
I'm
you think
just
I
trying
can
to like
tell you that?
No,
seek
don't,
information
don't.
whichever. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so you go back to his room, and he starts. He gets out these kind of official looking papers, similar to the ones he gave you last time. He writes a few things, and he makes some sort of like idle conversation with you, and it's like, and then as he hands them to you, he says, "Come back again. I'd be interested in spotting with you again. Don't bring your friends."
Sounds good.
And he
I want you to die now.
he slaps the paper into your hand, and he says, "Good luck, Al."
Thank you.
And he kind of waves to you, Nick. He's like,
All right.
I have one question.
"Yeah, man, I'm sorry, Busto. We need to
okay.
get back to you."
Buster
It's
gets
about wild
fucked
shape.
every time.
It's about wild shape.
Yeah.
So technically, according to the rules, the limitation is no flying speed and no swimming speed. Does that mean I can turn into a blink dog and a teleport?
Whoa!
What is I don't need.
Because it's CR 1/4.
I don't know about all of your damn abilities, everyone.
You made my thing, so
I'm
I
just-
feel like I can ask
That's
you.
fair. I know about yours, but I don't know about all the ways it could interact. I don't know how wild shape works.
I turn into the beast in every
Beast
possible
shapes
way.
by druid level. Do you get like specific ones you can choose from?
Yeah,
or
I
is it just
have to
anything?
choose from a quarter CR, so 1/4 CR. A blink dog is 1/4 CR, and it doesn't have an increased swim speed or flight speed, but it does have.
Let me
teleport.
look that. That's a great
Yeah.
question.
That's like the
Because does
cleverest
that mean I
thing
have
we've ever-
teleport on
yeah.
command?
That would be so awesome. But how far could you?
What?
Could you?
40 feet.
Hey, that is a
40 feet.
popular search.
Everyone else.
Everyone thinks of that idea.
Right.
Apparently.
I saw you looking at something. I didn't know what you're looking at.
I was just like, wait a minute, can I teleport, guys? Because I can get 4 to 6.
You have
feet.
to encounter the beast before
Yeah.
you see it.
And that's according to Wild Shape, but I would assume I have. Considering I've been in the woods
Well,
for that long.
I'm trying to decide if you would have gotten a genuine impression of how their magic works from observing a blink dog. What's the limitation of blink dog teleport?
40 feet.
Insta teleport on command seems a
Okay,
little
hold on, just hear it.
overpowered.
It specifically says the dog magically teleports along with any equipment it is wearing or carrying up to 40 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. Before or after teleporting, the dog can make one bite attack.
So basically, could you do it if anything you were holding? or just
I
equipment?
think it's recharge 4 to 6, so I assume I can do it 4 to 6 times. But if you want to like cut that down to like 2 or 3
Roll
per
one.
wild shape,
I'll say you can pull it off. You're not going to get 40 feet of teleport though.
okay, like 30 because it's my dash. It's the equivalent of just running anyway.
I'll give you 25.
Oh,
I'll give you 25 because it is an instant. It's an instant motion. I'll give it just 5 less than your dash.
Oh,
Sure,
that works.
but besides that, yes, I'd say you can
Okay.
Don't worry, that's my max.
do blink dog shit.
I'm happy with that. Teleport
great.
now, guys. Yeah. Anyway,
So while this part of the group is heading back towards the gate, let's quickly Busto.
yes.
What kind of things Busto is doing?
So Busto is being a itsy bitsy spider, climbing up the water spout,
Yeah.
and kind of running through the grass, getting to the person.
So it should be interesting to know where you are exactly, because in the loft you're over by 10, and I don't think
Yes.
you've ever been up there before, have you?
No, well, I mean, I would have probably,
Briefly.
when I was getting walked up.
I'd say given a certain amount of time, you'll be able to find your way to the prison. Are you transforming back into Busto when you get to the top, or are you staying as a spider?
I'm staying as a spider.
Okay.
Until I kind of see what.
So Busto, while this has been going on, you have been working your way through the loft. Actually, maybe even hiding in like the wooden cracks in the ground, the floor of the loft, and working your way across this main section of town. You go past these big Gothic buildings with this like, one of them even has this like these lanterns that are emitting this purple glow from them. And there's another building that it's this like old wizard's tower that has not gone up, and then it looks like they've grafted other towers on top of it, so it kind of twists its way up into the sky. But after a good while, because you're a spider and you don't really know where you're going, you make it around towards the other entrance if you're going along the wall, kind of, to find your way there. And you can, as a spider, see the prison in the distance.
I'm simply going to. I'm going to go up.
The physical cringe of I'm simply going
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up, and because I'm a spider, I assume I can climb walls.
Yeah.
So and then I'm going to go to the second floor and try to find my old cell.
Okay. So I'd say since you've been through there before, you managed to work your way back towards that window fairly easily. And when you look in, you actually see someone else in the cell. This squat dwarvish man with this dark raven hair and a big ponytail, who's sitting on the cot where you and Cal were before, just kind of idly staring around. But Wolfie is not in the cell.
No.
No.
Does he see the little rose and say, "I'll be back"?
You can see that it's kind of wilted, and the words have kind of muddied, and even some of like, because it was made out of moss, right?
Yeah.
The moss has kind of grown out of where it was supposed to be a little bit, but you can still kind of make out the message.
Okay. Well, I'm actually. Can I recast that just for aesthetic, or no?
Can you cast spells as you can't cast spells as a spider?
You can cast certain spells, like I can cast healing word and healing spirit.
Not freak the shit out of the guys.
I am back.
Anyway, so I'm going to kind of simply, I guess, walk around and try. Like, do I see into the courtyard at all?
Okay. If you're heading out of the cell, you're gonna have to tell me exactly where you go.
Okay.
So there's a hallway out there that wraps around past a little staircase that goes down towards the court. Alternatively, the cells have windows that face into the courtyard, which you could access by going around the hall in the directions the guards rotate and trying to cut through someone's cell.
Okay. Think I'm gonna go the stairs route.
Okay.
Actually, can I, if I were to go just through like a window that's by the courtyard, could I actually, I don't know, I think spiders have webs. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's an ability that I can use. That I have spider climb, blah 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 blah. Webs, and I think the other thing is just web sense, but it's not necessarily creating a web. Okay, so I'm just gonna go this stairs. I'll take the long way.
Okay. So you crawl down the stairs. You can kind of take down the side, and you find yourself in this little room. It's a mix of an office, and it leads into a kitchen with this little bar that looks out over the cafeteria, which you recognize from when you were in here before. So as you work your way back through the door towards the courtyard, you have to stop several times as some guards go past and sort of mill around. But you do make it successfully into the courtyard, where you can see it's what time is it about right now? Like 8, 9?
Yeah.
Probably like 9. So
AM or P?
AM.
No, AM.
AM.
AM was in the
Yeah.
morning, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
still
why
morning.
I was kind of confused. I thought it'd be later, but
Yeah, so there isn't actually anyone in the courtyard right now. though. There are. Well, there isn't anyone in the courtyard the way there were people in the courtyard before when everyone was gathered there. There are a couple people who are down in the edges of the yard, and some of them prisoners, some of them guards kind of looking over them, who are casting spells upwards towards that block suspended up in the air.
Can I try to recognize what the spell is?
Sure.
Just roll straight.
Arcana?
Yeah, roll Arcana,
Okay.
actually.
No bueno, because that's an intelligence roll. It's 11. Not terrible.
Not great.
11. You can't tell exactly what they are. They're definitely utility spells. Something to do with prevention and protection. Besides that, you're not really sure.
I'm simply gonna just basically aimlessly roam the halls, trying to find Wolfie.
All right. While you're doing that, I'd like to get back to you guys. As you approach that little booth again, ring the bell, and the good T.H. Higgins returns. And he sees you guys return. Cal, you pretty damn bloodied up. A little beat up from the fight. Ryan, probably still a bear?
No, it would be more than 10 minutes by now.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I?
All of you looking kind of tired.
I wouldn't want to watch
And he sees the three of you and he says, Did it go well?
I got the papers. Here you go.
And so you hand him these papers and he sort of looks at them and goes,
Yeah.
and then he just sort of looks at for a second, and then the gate kind of
We could go
and he goes,
Thank you.
he says just please don't kill anyone.
Like, I
Why
already
would
got
I
a plan.
kill anyone?
Just don't cause trouble.
Look at him. He's
Oh.
not going to cause any trouble.
Thank you, and I'll take the papers back.
He keeps them.
What?
Yeah.
Forever?
No, when we leave,
They're
he
they're
gives them-
temporary. so
Okay.
I just thought
I'll,
it was
okay,
gonna be-
I'll walk in.
All right.
Go and.
Bow, bow.
So the three of you head in,
I know,
and
so-
you, for the first time for you
For
two,
me.
legally end up in the loft.
Yes!
Um,
We've been in there so much.
I'm gonna, when I walk past
No, I
Temple
haven't.
Heights, kind of like tilt my head and look away.
Good point. This is where the NPF patrols. So,
How many people can see us right now?
and you're wearing your garb again.
I got out.
Cast the shadow thing. The darkness thing around.
He won't even be able to look.
I'm wearing.
We could guide him.
We'd
I'm
be in
wearing
there
the garb,
too.
but it's like.
Under Armour and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Really good idea.
Fuck, that's not good, is it? But didn't I? They might think I just left because is there any like wanted posters for us? Is it a big thing or is it not
It's-
very well known? Because it was such a riot.
It's probably only known amongst the guard.
I can lie real good if it comes down to it.
Alright,
Where
well, let's
are
hope
we?
so. I'm gonna head towards the temple. That's where I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna head towards the prison.
Temple Heights or the prison?
No, the temple.
Oh, the prison's called Temple Heights.
Yes,
The
the
temple's.
temple.
Okay, you're heading
I
towards the
wanna
Temple of the First
also
King.
go
I'm heading
to
towards the prison.
temple.
All right.
Alright, so me and Nick are going towards.
Yeah.
I'm going towards the prison.
Um.
I had a really good idea, or a really bad
So
idea.
Orion, what are you doing?
Walk into the prison.
All right. You start approaching from the front. It's this big square building with kind of part of it turned into almost an archway that leads into this fenced-off courtyard. And as I said before, there is a little door leading in on one side.
Is it? Can I go? Can I just go? Through
Yeah, you
the
can
door?
walk into the lobby, no problem.
Yeah.
Um,
That's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, so you return. Well, not return, but I guess
been.
we, as the listeners and viewers, return to this little
I've never
linoleum
been in the law.
office. And Orion, you sort of look around. You're surprised by how, like,
Clean.
clean it is.
Is there? I assume a desk with like a secretary type
Yeah.
person.
There is a desk
A new
with
one.
Oh.
this half-elf male
Oh.
standing behind the desk
Oh, dude.
as a secretary.
Can I walk up?
Big sad.
Sure. Yeah.
There's like a
you
picture,
walk
it's
up and
like-
he kind of looks.
In memoriam
Yeah.
of.
There's a little like memorial behind there with the like cross and some picture and candles and stuff.
Oh, that's so sad.
She deserved it.
What did she do?
Oh my god.
She didn't let me in. She was gonna figure
Hopefully
me out.
my luck will change.
Yeah, and you kind of walk up and put a hand on the desk, and the half elf man looks over and he kind of looks over and looks down at you and goes, "Oh, can I help you?"
It's like, yeah. You got any wolves that are,
Candy wolf.
in the prison? There's like wolves.
I'm tempted to go like, "Oh, you mean El Muerto?" But but no. He kind of regards you and says, "We have some guard dogs around the prison."
No. I mean like prisoners.
Says, "We don't arrest dogs."
I think you might have made one little mistake in that sentence.
Just flat out tells that, and you're wrong.
He is new here.
He goes,
Can you just check? Ask around.
he goes, "Sure, I'll get right back to you." And he walks back behind the desk, and you can hear him talking to someone. He goes, "It's like, hey, did we arrest a dog?" "No, I don't fucking know what he's talking about. Just ask." And so you kind of you hear him kind of storm off to go talk to someone, and you kind of mill around in the lobby waiting.
Left alone.
Yeah, just for a moment.
Perfect.
I turned into a wolf.
There is someone else in the
So
lobby with you.
Tired.
Who is it?
There, you don't recognize them. It's this. It's an elven woman who's sitting kind of idly on a bench, arms crossed.
She chained anything?
No, she's
Good,
just
okay.
sitting and observing. She is watching you, though. You do note as you turn around to kind of. I'm assuming the way you said that you were going to do something, so you kind of look around. And you see she's actually staring at you,
Weird.
and
like-
she's got a kind of funny expression on her face.
full on-
What?
Yeah.
It's hard to read.
No. I'm
Curious.
asking her. What?
Curious or amusing.
I'm looking at her. I'm saying what?
She looks at you for a second and kind of looks side to side and gives you a little wave and goes.
Little man.
Yeah, I know, right?
She just goes. No, she just goes. "Hi, Orion."
What?
How do you?
She kind of goes like this.
Tom Grocery's wife.
No, she just kind of goes like. She kind of like gestures you.
I guess I like wearily with a hand. Obviously, well, I guess I have him in my hand, but like slowly creep towards her.
As you get close, she kind of leans in a very conspiratorial manner.
Oh my God.
And she goes like this and goes, "Shh." And just for a second, this illusion around her face peels away, and you see this pink visage with a clawed finger staring back at you. And then she winks, and that's where we're gonna pick up next time.
No! Fuck you! I fucking hate that woman.
You don't know she's there.
I don't care. I'll kill
Wait,
her.
it's fine. Big love
Fuck
for
off.
her.
This just got interesting.
Thank you guys so
Oh
much
yeah,
for
just now. Just now.
Yeah.
Totally.
Thank
just
you
now.
guys
Interesting.
so much for watching.
Yeah.
We had so much fun this
bunch of
time.
Today was such like a fucking pick me up episode compared to the last
True.
one.
Oh my god.
Me too. Yeah, it was. We needed this.
Yeah. I'm totally
We had a-
down
we had a-
for sure. That's fun.
We had bonding moments,
Fighting.
spars.
That they fucked up.
It's fine.
No,
It was a
you
lot
know
of
what?
fun.
F you.
I did so good.
It was so
If
cool.
it gets serious, jump in.
It was
Okay.
so cool.
Thank you guys for chilling out, Max and
Yeah.
Rob.
Did you have a
thank you
thank
so
you for
much.
someone? Someone was saying thank you to.
Oh, I'll do it. Thank you, Soul Dagger. for
Thank you,
the
Soul Dagger.
fan art.
And,
so
uh,
amazing. And Matt.
We did get word.
We
Thank
know
you,
Matt.
Matt.
Matt's cool. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Matt.
Thank
And
you,
someone
D&D, for
else-
this.
so
and,
awesome.
Someone
appreciate
sent
it
us
very much.
something too that was cool.
Yeah.
One of your friends or someone online.
Oh yeah.
They were really
I'll,
cool.
I'll send it to you. I'm sorry. that I
We're
didn't
gonna
do
have
that
all the
earlier.
fan art
We'll get it
displayed
up
at the beginning
next
of the
week.
next episode. Oh,
Which-
wait, no.
Oh,
We're not having
right.
an episode
Yeah.
next week.
Next week is a special week.
Taking it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We're not entirely sure what's gonna happen for
Yeah.
next week.
We
Hopefully
hope
we'll
we'll be
have
putting out a one shot. Probably if we do put out a one shot, it's gonna be probably like a dread game or something small.
Something
right?
something a little bit more chill. We have some prior
No
obligations.
one's really gonna
then-
be here.
Yeah.
I'm going to Critical Role.
Yeah, he's going.
I'm going
He's going to have a lot
away
of fun.
from all electricity.
Oh
Are
yeah.
we all doing different things?
We're all
Yeah.
doing so many
well,
different
Arthur
things.
and I are going dancing.
I'm
Yep.
going dancing somewhere else.
Oh, twins.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I'm going
Anyway.
up, I'm going up where
Yeah.
everything.
So we're not
dies.
gonna be in for a regular live episode. We'll have something uploaded
Yeah,
around this
probably
time.
pre-recorded.
Hopefully.
one
We'll have a
shot of
pre-recorded
Really
everything.
one
hope
shot.
so. If everything goes
Yes.
to plan.
Um, yeah, but really, thank you everyone who's watched. Thank you everyone who's listened. Thank you everyone who's sent us fan art.
As usual, up by Sunday.
Yep. This
Ready?
video's gonna be up by Sunday.
You ready to?
Thank
Yep.
you guys
Um,
so much.
Thank you so much. It will be uploaded Sunday. Go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, everything. We love you.
We love you so much.
Good night.
See you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.